I was gonna say. Hello, everyone! Welcome to another episode of another episode of TOPT Podcast. My name is Larry.
Lionel. Sam.
And this is TOPT, where we talk One Piece, woo! And anime.
There you go. Closed out well.
What up, y'all? Episode 215. We are here today on Monday for 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you to all of you for joining us. It is a pleasure to host you once again. Today's agenda is going to be us speaking and discussing and reviewing One Piece, Chapter 1156. And what a chapter it was. I had a lot of fun. I'm so sorry to everybody that was looking forward to my chapter reaction. Life happened, so I couldn't stream. But to all the Apple Podcasts and Spotify listeners, I hope you're having a good day. Thank you so much for also being here and listening in. To everybody that's on YouTube, what up, y'all? How y'all doing? Please like the stream if you have not. I would really like to reach 2,000 likes this episode because the last time we hit almost 2,000 likes, the stream almost hit 30,000 views, and that's amazing. So thank you to all of you so much for just liking the stream. It's more support than you realize. Also, thank you to Mark for hosting another show, and we got the whole gang here today, man. We got all four of us. This is a pretty heavy chapter, so I apologize if we don't reach Discord phone calls today. If we do have enough time, we will reach them, okay? But if you send any super chats, please wait on us to read them. They will always be read, especially in order. So if we do not read your super chat, be a little patient or hit us up in the live chat. That way we know to read them if we haven't. Okay? All right. So with that being said, I'm going to pass it to Seb. And also we got approved to be at Anime NYC and have our own panel. That's going to be at 1 p.m. on Sunday. So if you guys can, please come through. It'll be a beautiful time. Yeah. So Seb, take it away.
All right, yeah, I see a lot of people in here. I see Doug Missy, Lucky Roo, Fatty G's, Sav, The Finesser, Neville Shingala, Ice Fisher Tenacity, Isaiah Thrillkill, That Ain't A, Ronzi Hagler, Dempsey Roll Epo, Twilight Straw Hat, Deku Mighty, Burgerman J, Isaac Lopez, Praduman, Big Gingy, Mr. Veg, Left Lane John Wayne, Hassan, OPB, Joshua Talbot, Nate D, Evan Bridgeford, Aunt Mac, Womack, Xavier O'Dilly, Austin Hart, Roy Stokes, Mr. Orr, Mr. Prince, Joey Links, just so many y'all in here. Please hit that like button. Like Larry said, we're trying to get to 2,000 likes on the stream. We did have a lot of super chats come in. We had one come in, I think it was at 7 a.m. I saw this super chat, and it's from Lucky Roo. How you hating on that type of time already, Lucky?
What happened? What do you say?
He said $10. It says, Seb the type to dress like a librarian and swear he fly.
Oh, it's true.
But yeah, listen, I be fly. I pull my fits off almost every time.
Seb would be really fly if he was at Hogwarts. Hogwarts. I'm serious.
Oh, man, but thank you, Lucky Roo. We got another Yonko join the crew. That's our highest tier membership from Fatty G's. Welcome. Enjoy all the emojis that come with being a Yonko. We got 5 BGN. I'm not sure what that is, but thank you from Hassan. It says, yo, right after I send the super chat, there was a power outage at my town. I'm not kidding. I'm sorry, St. Larry. I will keep my mouth shut. Hashtag I fear Larry. Well, I hope you're joking, and if you're not, I hope your power's back.
I don't.
Gee.
Stay in the dark.
Another 14 Czar from OPB. Mihawk / Akainu versus Blackbeard and Big Mom. Who wins and why? I have Mihawk and Akainu. But that me. Do I?
So, and Big Mom and who?
I gotta think about that actually. Big Mom and Blackbeard.
See, my problem is I think Big Mom could fight both.
Wow, you're a wild boy for that one.
I'm serious.
Wild boy.
Like if she really locks in, yo, it starts like conquers, like coding everything, and then her devil fruits are going crazy.
I guess one of the real questions is,
am I wrong?
You're wrong.
Do you think Blackbeard could take on one-on-one either one of them, like Akainu or Mihawk?
No, I don't. But I think he would be a significant help.
Yeah.
While Big Mom teeing off like crazy.
Win? Probably not, right? Based on what we've seen so far. We could definitely impact the battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He definitely can, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Big Mom and Blackbeard.
And you know what it is too? Big Mom could probably like offer up some of her soul.
Wait, which Big Mom?
Because every time we hear this, it's the Big Mom that we saw.
It's the Big Mom we saw that lost the kid-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, she has to lock in. She's not going to fight against
Listen,
the same way she would fight against Mihawk and Akainu.
That's how she fights, bro. That's how she fights.
No, it'd be very much different.
Because she underestimated Kid-in-Law. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, she's not doing that against them.
Because, case in point...
We can't stay forever on this guy.
Yeah. The attack she used to crack page 1, she ain't whip out any of that type. Except she used Haki against Law, but not the Conqueror's Code as she did with page 1.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If she just starts teeing off that way, and then her devil fruits are going crazy...
I don't want y'all to...
I still got Big Mom.
And you better hope, like, Akainu don't have that moment where he looked at Whitebeard all shook. Because if he does, Big Mom is just going to take it.
Starts taking Akainu's souls.
Big Mom just snatches souls on the battlefield. That's what she's doing.
Listen, man.
I think Akainu would be alright. We got another 5 from Nate D. It says, if you were in a talent show, what One Piece scene would you reenact? Hashtag Rayleigh kept it player. Hashtag Gloriosa was a swoop. Wow. Reenacting a One Piece scene.
Oh, it's gonna sound funny because it's coming from me. Luffy and Foxy's boxing. That's what should have happened.
Them falling from the iceberg in Marineford. That was my real reintroduction into One Piece, and I thought it was great. Buggy, Luffy, Ivankov, and then Crocodile. I loved it. So I'll go with that.
Momonosuke in the shower with Nami. Or was it Robin? And then looking at Brooke and Sanji.
With the troll face. Terrible.
I can't with you, bro.
Lionel.
Oh, man. I can't think of anyone top man, so I'm just going to say one real quick to get it out of the way. When Luffy was surrounded by the officers in the Nels lobby, they said pretty much got the way. That moment was like boss to me.
Well, I don't know what the only dope scene for
this talent show. How many people are on this stage line?
Imagine he was like, I wanted to hold up the Akazaki in the boiling.
Oh yeah, I didn't say that. That's what you should have said.
Yo,
that's actually would have been.
Give me more Odin. Give me more.
Oh man, we got another.
You used to make Odin puns the entire time.
We got another 1 month at Nakma Status from Evan Bridgeford. It says, if you could create a unique Del Fruit, what would it be?
I think we got asked this a few times. I still stand by what I always say.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot you said some crazy nonsense, right?
Yeah. And unique devil fruit. I get to grow my nails whatever length
I
want.
That is.
And then shorten them if I want.
You do Meg from.
I'm gonna be Meg from Family Guy.
I want to be a bloodbender, man. Like from Avatar. I feel like that was.
Really it's that time of the
month. You're at a disadvantage.
Day 3? I got you.
Bruh. I don't even understand. I'm not even gonna touch it. I'm gonna leave that.
Shouldn't have been this heavy.
You name all your attacks after flows. No, I'm done. All right, now I'm done. Another 10 from Xavier O'Dilly. It says, "Sup, Nikas? I'm in Cancun on vacation. I love Cancun. I've been there a few times. But still need to drop my Larry tags. Rocks and Blackbeard seem to have a lot of rare knowledge. Do you think Blackbeard teamed up with Aokiji to free the Galila giants at Punk Hazard for Pluton?"
No.
I don't, but we could get to there, right?
What happened was Aokiji was someplace that Blackbeard happened to show up at, and then he said, "Yo, why is my crew frozen?" That's what happened. I hate the fact that y'all be like, "Nah, yo, it was calculated. He planned that 2 years in advance to meet at that place that he knew Aokiji would be soaking in misery at." No, bro.
Some stuff just works out.
Yeah, it just works out. That's the whole gimmick.
Part of the charm.
Yeah, that's a part of their crew. It's fate.
Yeah.
Another
5 from Nico87. It says, "Blackbeard said when you aim high, you come across fights not worth fighting. That's what he did with Ray. Also, have y'all thought about rereading some arcs?" I reread several arcs, and I agree with you on your premise here. At least to start there.
Don't start nothing, it won't be nothing, first of all. Because Blackbeard definitely started it. All right.
Blackbeard started it? With Rayleigh?
Dude, whose island was Blackbeard on? I'm sorry.
All right. We're not doing this again, bro.
I think the fact is that even though that is right to a degree, you can't deny that he has aimed high and has gotten into those fights and has immediately been humiliated in those fights. Magellan.
Then they got their lick back, right? So.
Because because there was somebody who happened to be there with the cure to Magellan's poison.
And then you jumped dude afterwards.
And then you jumped him after. So
man.
With a guy that was comparable in strength to Magellan. So they already had somebody that was able to box with Magellan, and then they jumped him.
And it wasn't just his crew, because he freed so many people from level 6. And they all was like, all right, if we want to escape, we taking out Magellan. You know what I'm saying?
Magellan had no issue jumping folk himself, man. I ain't hear nothing about getting jumped, all right?
We ain't defending Magellan.
No, we're not defending Magellan.
Yeah, that's not the point.
We're saying, yo, he rolled up and bodied the whole crew, even though that fight was as high as it could be for him at that moment.
But I always say juice got to be worth the squeeze with Blackbeard. I don't,
juice wasn't worth it. In
the Magellan case.
Not there.
He should have did a better job. I'm not going to say he shouldn't have, or anything contrary to that. You can't let a dude speed blitz you with some poison like that. You don't know what he got going. You should have prepared for that. But if he was more prepared, I think the fight goes differently. I don't think Magellan is one shot of being Blackbeard straight up like that. To me anyway. So, again, that's... I don't want to say circumstantial, but
honestly, if you think about it, with Blackbeard's fruit, Magellan to a degree is a bad matchup, because if he can't stop the Hydra thing with his darkness, where we see him with Aokiji, that's a bad how is Blackbeard coping with that?
I gotta see what the vortex looks like, because he didn't do anything. He just let the attack hit him, which was stupid. You know what I mean? I gotta see what it looked like. But we passed Magellan, man. We well past that. Man.
That is true.
We passed that. Another. Let me know when you need me to stop, bro.
Another
stop
Nakama. In 3 more super chats.
Okay. Another Nakama joined the ship in Irkin. It's welcome. Enjoy all the emojis that come with being a Nakama. Another 10 from Paul Tato. It says, Tatu, sorry. Saw someone post that Elbaf had a theme of absentee fathers and has me wondering, do we see Usopp versus his old man to get his new warrior character? Also, love the pod. Cheers. Thank you.
I hope so, bro.
I would love to see Usopp versus
Sometimes
Usopp.
Some sons need to stall off on their father, bro.
That's one of them.
I'm serious,
That's
bro.
one of them.
If you got a dad at home and he ain't no good, you know what to do when he's sleeping, bro.
Wow.
Why you wait till you sleep? Don't do that.
Well, it's the Blackbeard method. It's probably a fight you can't win. You might as well take advantage.
Hey, that is Blackbeard 100%.
Blackbeard has never attacked anybody in their sleep. Ace was doing that though. Your man's
Thatch.
That's supposed to sleep.
He wasn't asleep.
He wasn't asleep.
He definitely wasn't paying attention.
He said sleep.
His back was
He definitely wasn't paying attention.
You said sleep.
Bro was like,
oh man, it's cool when Ace do it.
Yo.
But if Blackbeard doing it's a problem.
He was like, yo, I'm gonna tell the whole hood what I got. And Blackbeard was like, No, you're not.
Yo, low key, we don't know how the Dash thing went down.
He stabbed him in the back of the face.
And
he died.
And we see it for real.
And also, not defending, because that is true, but Ace viewed himself as a prisoner. He was trying to escape that shit.
It's about sneaking, bro.
He did he not attack Whitebeard in his sleep?
What'd I just say? Because he viewed himself as a prisoner. He was like, I'm trying to escape this shit.
Yeah, man. Some things are cool for some characters. It's not cool for other characters. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. It's a difference, though.
It is.
The whole Whitebeard crew knew that he was attacking Whitebeard, and he let it happen. You know what I'm saying?
So it's cool to do some low down dirty stuff as long as you know people around you think you're not going to get away with it. That's what you're telling me.
No, it was most likely Whitebeard said, yo, don't touch him. That's your brother. Let me handle that. And knew that he was attacking. He fought him 1,000 times.
I don't have an issue with either of the actions. I'm just saying y'all brought up attacking people in their sleep, and we ignoring that Ace did that.
It's different between punching somebody in the face while they sleep compared to somebody stabbing you in the back.
Hey, man.
I mean, I do gotta, because trying to be accurate and correct, Ace did have a knife, though, in his hand.
I'm saying!
He did.
Yes!
He did.
He tried to stab him, bro.
He did have a knife.
And
honestly, I will say, though, it was probably the result of, like, he tried, like, probably 900 times already.
Yeah,
he was just like, you know what?
He's probably desperate.
Maybe in his sleep I can escape.
He's desperate, bro. Listen, give it a couple tries, bro.
we got another 9 months at Nakamura from Tech the Throw. It says, got a full-time job. Love you guys. Hashtag best pod. Hashtag BBC.
Thank you.
Congrats. And I hope they ain't working you too hard.
Yeah, bro. Congrats.
And then we did get another 20 gifted memberships from our guy.
Thank you.
Roy Stokes. Thank you so much, man. And then I'll follow.
Thank you. Everybody say thank you to Roy if you received a gift of the membership.
Yeah, and I did want to shout this one out because it's the highest super chat we got so far today. $50 from Hans D. Zorro.
Hans. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yo. What's up, guys? It's Monday. Let's go. I was watching the latest episode of One Piece, sorry. And when Kuma punches Saint Saturn, he is using only armament haki, and he did quite a bit of damage. Does Gorosei equal armament haki to defeat? Hashtag BBC, hashtag Big Topped.
I guess he's an anime watcher only?
Probably.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know how you be here.
Because going by what he just said, if the newest chapter is kind of like...
Yeah.
You don't need much to damage them. That's always been the thing for them.
Yeah, it's about substantial damage that, you know, and long-lasting damage. Yeah. And then Kuma used that hockey, bro. That's different.
Yeah, you just need Conqueror's hockey for sure. You can add armament into it.
Yeah.
I think that's what it really takes.
Yeah, because in that same episode, I'm pretty sure you saw Bonnie, or maybe it was a few episodes before, you saw Bonnie stab Saturn. He was bleeding, you know? So, but it's not like it really did anything to him.
Yeah. In
case you guys are wondering, Mihawk and Akainu are winning the matchup. I'm going to end the poll, but it's 54% to 46% at 253, so it's very close.
Damn, the one time I want Blackbeard to win.
Right.
All right, guys, we're going to get into the chapter. We're going to read the super chats that you guys sent. We're just, we have a lot of chapter to go through, right? And we only have until 9. So please bear with us a little bit. Please be patient. And also thank you for the super chats. But we're going to get into it, okay? So if you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. All right. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
Yeah, man.
So, this week, we have a color spread. We see Luffy striking the sun god Nika pose, towering over his fellow Straw Hats, who appear much smaller as they tag along on the bags he's carrying. Sanji and Zoro are locked in a stare down from opposite ends, while Nami casually enjoys a drink as she watches. In the background, Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, their respective counterparts from the Roger Pirates, are depicted above them. What did you guys think of this color spread? And we'll start with Lo.
I actually liked it a lot. It's extremely dope to me, and I love how, to me, like, we always got Oda always kind of doing this, or alluding to the comparison, with, Roger, Luffy, Ray, Zoro, and Sanji, Gaban. But this is point blank to me. Oda just giving it to it. No, this is the parallels to him.
He's just giving it to us.
All right.
The parallels. Okay? The parallels. Right? Mm-hmm. And to me, this shows a lot because I think it's noteworthy that how he drew all the other Straw Hats smaller. But the ones he enlarged was Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. Mm-hmm. Right? And then...
And Nami.
Nami's not...
Yeah. She bigger than the others?
She's on the side, bro. She's on the side, but she's not as big as them.
But she bigger than theirs? Don't sleep on Nami, man.
Dude, Nami is not the same. Is not the focal point of this comparison
I
here.
understand.
All right, she may be a little large because Nami is Nami, but it's not to their level.
Big Nami, man.
Yeah. Okay. So I think even that's part of it, because didn't I swear Oda said in like a panel, Nami is, I don't know if it's true, Nami is like he got inspired of Nami off his wife, so to speak.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
his
true.
wife was a Nami cosplayer.
That's okay.
He met her that way.
Yeah, okay. So that's probably why he's giving Nami the special attention. Maybe not. I don't know. But so then when I see this too, this gave hint to me that like I wonder now if this not really confirms it, but we are actually Oda's telling us here that Sanji actually is going to be a conqueror. You know, that's the thought that came to my mind. Not saying that it is, but it's to me it's showing the standout for a reason, and it could be more alluding to that. I wasn't expecting it fully that way, but I don't know. Oda's making a difference here, but that just stood out to me.
He looked like a completely different character compared to what he looked
Yes.
like.
I was telling Lionel that.
I don't know if anybody looks like that. Like, he looks like a brother of Sanji.
Yeah. No.
In my opinion, he doesn't look like the same Sanji. Like, he looks like he has Conqueror's Haki.
Thank you. I said the same exact thing to Lionel. I go, he looks more like a conqueror in this drawing than I see in the entire show.
When Oda wants to put some sauce on Sanji, this is what he be looking like.
No, he doesn't.
No, he does.
He does not be looking like that.
I agree with both of you guys.
Nah, bro, that's a different person.
I said the same thing. Like, I even told Lionel, yo, Oda drew him. He looks more like a conqueror than he's ever did before. Through that picture he drew him. And Lionel, he's made this face before in the manga, and I was like, it's not the same.
I'll tell you the truth. If Sanji looked like that all the time, but between him and Zoro, I would favor Sanji. like Jinbei can't compete. Like, I'd be mad about the fourth jokes. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. Oh man, he actually looks more like how I view Ken Masters back in the day. Not the new design, but other Ken. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what
I love how you said Ken Masters.
That's so they know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
from Street Fighter.
It's not Ken from Street Fighter. It's Ken Masters. That's That's how you know. Like you really locked in. That's how you know.
From Street Fighter, but yeah, that's all I got.
Sebastian.
Yeah, I really liked it. Obviously, I'm the biggest Sanji fan on this pod. Mm-hmm. I love when we highlight the Monster Trio. I'm a big Monster Trio guy. They're my 3 favorite Straw Hats. I love the dynamic of all of them, and I love that the Pirate King's crew is to be emulated in this way. I've always said that. Like, you know, if anywhere that Rayleigh is, Zoro's going to be there or higher at some point. I think the same for Gabon. I love that we're getting so much from Gabon. I thought the Zoro Sanji stuff just looked really cool. Like, Luffy's just kind of chilling, whatever. And then they're just grilling each other. Mm-hmm. Like, ice grilling. And it's funny because we always talk about the dynamic between Zoro and Sanji, how it's supposed to be like Ray and Gabon. I don't think Ray and Gabon ever had the beef that they have. I don't think so, they just have like a competition rivalry. Mm-hmm. These dudes got legitimately, like, I don't like him for real. I know I gotta love him because it's my crewmate and like I respect him and like I know I can rely on him and that's my mans, but like in general I wouldn't rock with him on a day-to-day basis. And I just don't think that's the same energy I get from Rayleigh and Gabon.
Yeah, same.
They seem more like brothers in arms.
Yeah, they're gonna team up against in battle.
But overall, I thought it was really cool. I thought they looked dope. I love Sanji's fit over everybody here.
This is how I feel about drunk Aaron.
I've seen Aaron wear this fit, low key.
That's how I feel. I really don't mess with him, bro.
Oh man, I love Roger laughing in the background, like Luffy and Roger just kind of being kindred spirits, just smiling away. And I do like that Nami was also kind of superimposed. I don't know why. Like, I don't know who the Nami of the Roger Pirates would be. Maybe it's Shakuyaku. We get in that later. But
Sunbow.
But I really did like this cover spread. I really did. Looks cool.
All right, Lana.
All right. My throat is acting all up tonight.
Pause.
This water wasn't enough. Sorry.
You drank that whole bottle?
It was not full. It was like it wasn't full.
Bro, drink an ocean.
You thirsty, bro.
Anywho, is it Shaky?
You want a honey stick? Wait, what?
I said, is it Shaky?
No,
thirsty. I said, is it Shaky?
Is it Shaky?
The thirst for Shaky.
It's all right.
It's a pun to the literature.
I got you,
got
bro.
it. I got it too.
What did you say?
That was inappropriate. I thought that was an inappropriate joke. I'm not gonna cap.
I still want to. What did you say?
What? I said a honey stick.
Yeah.
You know what a honey stick is?
A honey stick?
Yeah,
stick of honey?
It's a
honey,
stick of honey
bro.
for your throat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never heard it. No,
I didn't say anything.
No, honey can help clear your throat.
No,
out.
yeah,
that's what
no.
I'm saying.
In his defense, I've never heard honey in a stick form. I've never heard of it.
Expand your horizons.
I've never heard of it, man.
All right.
Okay.
Go, man.
Okay. So honestly, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually one of my favorite manga panels so far. Cover pages. Honestly, I really liked it a lot. Same with Lawrence. It confirmed for me. Yeah, me personally, I got confirmed. This means that Sanji got conquerors, especially with the reveal of Gaban having conquerors, and like again comparing the two wings of the Pirate King, Rayleigh and Gaban, Zolo and Sanji. I got a little bit that he looks a little different. But, like, if you see other panels where Sanji gets serious or angry, again, if you go with Zoro, it's more of a gag, so you can't really place those as the same aspect. But other instances where it's, like, an enemy, I guess your house, whether it's food-related, hurting Nami or whatever, like, even if they play with a little gag, you can kind of see more of the contra aspect of Sanji. I would say that, but I get what you guys are saying. I do see a little difference, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know about color spreads confirming dudes are conquerors, but like I feel I get what y'all are trying to say. I just don't.
No, because this is like the cooking book that said cock, and then it was supposed to see like, you know what I'm saying? It was supposed to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually being serious. It said COC.
It did.
And everybody's like, oh my god.
No, because I mean it's small.
This.
It's small because like I go into like, for instance, the same thing with how Oda is doing with what I'm seeing with Sanji. I mentioned before in the pod that it's actually similar what he played on or like ran with it because Oda's a big giant troll, and how was Zolo with Conquerors. Mm-hmm. Like the whole with the whole Wano thing. I'm not gonna get into a big explanation on it, but like I was actually trying to find the panel. I couldn't find it. I ended up forgetting about it. But I gotta figure out what timing frame. But I also thought of when Zolo gets Enma, right? And you see Enma when Zolo's holding Enma in his hand, and you see Rayleigh.
Oh, the second in command.
Yeah, it's type basic. Was that all revealed that Zoro had conquerors or not? Or no?
No.
That chapter?
The chapter, but that manga panel.
No, why would it confirm that?
Right.
Half the dudes on that list ain't have
I was gonna say because Shiryu was on it.
Beppo was on there.
Beppo was on there.
No, but I was mostly referring to the. I get you, but I was referring to like pretty much great ones like Rayleigh and Odin, who were conquerors themselves, as those holding Enma, referencing again the second strongest conquerors on Whitebeard's crew, and also with Rayleigh already, because Zolo and Rayleigh already had a comparison already. Like we've seen it, they showed it in Gaban to a degree, but this is more. Oda's heavily showing it more and more throughout since Gaban is here that he's the Sanji as well.
Maybe Gengo.
But I'm saying like for instance, we thought most of the time that Zolo had conquerors, but Oda never showed like. For instance, when we saw Sabari Archimago, that anime scene showed like, that's Zolo's possible first sign of
It was
conquerors.
low-key mad filler, though.
It was. But we assumed like it fit Zolo. We saw it. But we don't know. Like, everybody, again, Zolo's personality, how he is, his goals, his personality, he fit a conqueror. Just, the animals kind of like, they tiptoeing into things that Oda's kind of hinting at, but that wasn't factual. But again, the biggest one was like other second strongest members. We saw in the Big Black Crew. The biggest one I mentioned is in Wano when the legit said when Brook got scared that Zoro did conquerors when the earthquake happened on Onigashima, and Zoro said you know that wasn't me, and like again literally chapters later, chapters of the same arc. It gets revealed that Zoro has conquerors in a way that fits Zoro. So I'm saying that Oda's kind of doing the same gagging thing with Sanji that he could have revealed it here. Like he could have revealed it on Elbaf, right here, talking Gaban. But he didn't. Mm-hmm. To me, I feel like if Oda's going to show somebody he's not conquerors, I feel like he would point blank just say, yeah, he's not. In the manga wise, not saying it, asking, like he would reveal that, he's not conquerors. But why the troll? Why this elongated troll that everybody thinks he's a conqueror now, especially revealing that Gaban is a conqueror? And he's the also left wing and second strongest in the Roger Pirates. Mm-hmm. Or they're doing this kind of playing, all right, we're going to get revealed to us. And I feel like it will be negative. All right, you trolled us just to find out, he is the third strongest. He is the left wing of the Pirate King. And his Roger has his conquerors, 2 of them, but now Sanji's not. It's just like, all right, then why the troll? Like, what was the point? Like, there's like Oda trolls, but it's at the end of it, it leaves us all like it made sense. Like, it's like a relief type of positive feeling. I don't think Oda ever trolled where it was a big giant negative to us.
Yeah.
That's the point. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Have Oda ever trolled us on the thought that that it was actually a negative, that we were wrong about it? We got hyped. We thought this thought, and he trolled us just to. Nah, it's not true though. The whole time, I don't think Oda has ever done that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, going out Oda style, I believe that he is. I'm gonna stop there though. But yeah.
Okay. I have nothing to say.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it a book. But let's read 4 super chats, and then we're gonna jump right back into the chapter. Guys, we're trying to reach 2,000 likes, so please like the video if you just entered.
All right, we got another 5 from Majin D Sage. It says, Roger really waved off the screen to call an ISO and got locked up. I can't blame him though. # King not black like that. We're gonna get into We're gonna get into the Roger stuff a little later. But thank you.
Yeah,
we got another 2 from COD Casualty. It says gangs all here with the praying emoji.
Yeah.
W chapter # down bad for Shaki.
Love it when we all here.
Another 5 from Mr. Prince. What other devil fruit do you think Rox was looking for? We're gonna get into that a little later. I don't know if you guys have specific
please stay tuned
Yeah.
to later.
Stick around.
We're gonna talk about all that stuff.
Another 5 months from Doug Missy at Nakama Status. It says Roger had a hell of a view from down there. # Larry Tax. We're gonna get into that too. We're gonna get into that too.
Y'all perverts. I wasn't thinking that.
You a
I was
lie.
thinking something else completely.
You a lie. You a lie. And the only other thing you might have been thinking is the other thing that I was thinking when I thought that other thing.
Yeah, you're right. You think she wearing drawers? All right, keep going. Right.
Why do you think Boa's stuff is so effective?
One more then. Come on, bro. One more, bro.
Another 10 from Ian Butler. Good evening, gentlemen. Do you have any characters you hated at first, but now you love, or characters that you love that you now hate? # bang bang Larmu gang.
What? I know y'all have
So
some.
a person you hated, but now like.
I definitely have a love, but then hated, for sure. That was Pell. I thought Pell was the coolest guy ever. And then when he died like that, sacrificed himself, I was like, yo, man, epic, one of the GOATs. And when he came back, just ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. I can't stand even hearing his name or seeing him on panel, bro. I used to love Pell, now I can't stand him.
Mm-hmm.
And Sabo. But, yeah.
Loved and hated and loved.
I really liked Sabo in the ASL flashback. I could not stand that Oda brought him back, especially the way he brought him back with the amnesia.
Yeah,
I hated that. But Sabo's growing back.
I'm talking about the question. That's the question.
He had 2 different. It was a hated then loved, or loved then hated.
I have both. So I hated Blackbeard at first, and then I started to love him afterwards. I hated him because of the fans, but I loved him once. I loved him. I always liked him overall. It's just I think I hated him because of the fans, but now I love him. The person I loved and hated, I'd probably say Mihawk. I loved Mihawk at first, and then again the fans made me hate him.
It be the fans.
Yeah,
It be the fans.
and I think that's what happened to me. I think I hate all the talk around him, and it's always negative.
How do you think you would view these characters if you just weren't in the community like that? You think you'd just be, oh, this is cool?
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean?
I would respect them more.
Right.
I think I lose respect once
You start saying they could be Roger and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lose respect for the character.
That's not the character fault, though. That's you.
It's not the character's fault. But then you start to realize, like, during these arguments or debates that they just happen to be so, like,
polarizing,
agenda-driven that it starts to melt into the character themselves.
Yeah, because you start thinking of what that person accomplished and how his strength level portrayed, and it's clearly not that. But some people are seeing and just like, yeah, this person's not even all that, bro. Like at the end of the day, he's not up there, and you start ripping them, and you start to hate him when it's like, I don't even feel this way, but you're making me feel this way.
The other piece is like most of the time in One Piece survives off of its hype. When you take away the hype of a character, it brings them back to reality, and then you start to realize who they actually are compared to what the hype was. And now you don't have any hype. You just have a bunch of people who are overhyping, which makes you feel like, all right, now this is disappointing.
I thought you were gonna say Sanji because I know you really liked pre-skip Sanji. Sometimes
Sanji's always been the same dude to me. I be giving him credit all the time. Y'all just be bypassing it. Like I said, he could beat Blackbeard. And nobody ever give me credit for that.
He was tripping.
Like, no lie. Nobody ever gives me credit for saying that. They just be like, you hate Sanji.
You was wildin' for that.
I wasn't, though.
Yo, yes, you was.
I wasn't.
All right, man. All right.
It's funny how it works, though, because I'd be like, yo, Cat could beat Blackbeard, and then you'd be like, Sanji could beat Cat. So therefore, in my mind, you think Sanji could beat Blackbeard, too. So I think we on the same team. I be thinking we on the same team. I'm like, all right, yo, we linked up. Twin.
That is funny.
For me, I think hate's a strong word. I wouldn't word it as hate. It's more like
it is his.
Ivankov?
It's killing.
He's not even.
You started to love Ivankov.
I've never.
I know the
I
answer.
don't consider it.
I don't know what his answer is.
No.
You should know.
Don't say Rock Lee.
Well, he's not even a One Piece
He's not even in here.
No, but it's two is more like I don't have. So I'll say this. Hate's a strong one. So I wouldn't say hate. It's more like disappointed, and I don't have a hate that went to love. I don't have that one yet.
So you just keep hating.
No, I don't hate. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I don't hate it at all.
Came all the way back in time.
Just to call you. No, okay. No, but it's two for me for the ones I kind of like. I guess liked and had not high expectations for, but I had expectations for. One is Usopp, right?
Oh, I should have said Usopp.
Usopp is one where I was just like, okay, he got a sniper and everything, but then
I've always hated him.
He grew worse with the character, which I grew to dislike, right? And the other one, again, it's not hate, is Marco.
Yeah, I don't even Marco.
No, but it's supposed to be love first. You never loved Marco.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I never loved
that
Usopp.
moment never happened.
So you're just saying people you just hate.
What are you talking about?
That doesn't fit the question.
It does.
Lawrence.
I mean,
What?
I do say because Lawrence Lawrence since he saw Rayleigh, he liked Marco and he looked.
I had high expectations.
So he had
for
high
Marco.
hopes for him.
High expectations.
But I do say he never loved.
Y'all problems with these characters be y'all fault. That's what y'all have put out here. It's all y'all.
No, I was lied to.
No, you weren't.
No, I was.
Yo, Marco
lied
is like 30 years younger than
No,
Rayleigh.
it's not that.
He was never Rayleigh, bro.
Was it the Capris?
It was do I say lied to?
The open-toe
I was
sandals?
told that he was Whitebeard's right-hand man.
You misunderstood the.
Yeah, that's why I was lied to. Because he wasn't. It was Oden.
I do agree because that's like saying because they did say, Jack is Kylo's right hand man when he realizes
it's not.
He's not that guy.
Let's get back to the chat. Right. That was a fun segment. Hope you guys liked it. Also, like the video if you haven't liked it. We want to hit 2,000 likes. All right, guys. The actual chapter. Let's get it. The chapter opens up without a cover story this week for the second time in a row. It's titled Idols. We're taken back 44 years ago, where narration reveals a group of infamous idols who roamed the seas. Even the Navy had trouble dealing with them. They were known as the Kuja pirates, a band of powerful and beautiful warriors from the exotic country of women who shunned the presence of men. As the narration unfolds, we see glimpses of the Kuja pirates raiding a kingdom. The men are left love-struck, while the women of the island look on in disappointment at their men. Even the Navy couldn't resist their charm. We then transition to the Kuja pirates' ship. A woman walks among her crewmates, who are all just as love-struck as the men we saw. We hear this mysterious woman, the source of all of this chaos, express frustration. She's tired of being beautiful. If only she could rid herself of her looks. That's when we're introduced to a young and stunning Gloriosa, Empress of Amazon Lily and Captain of the Kuja Pirates. She's also known in present day as Elder Neon and the advisor to Boa Hancock. The crew fawns over her, calling her a goddess, claiming their brains are being bathed in light, even asking permission to have heart attacks. One of her crewmates brings her a handful of fan letters. Gloriosa tells us this young woman's name. It's Tritoma, the future empress of Amazon Lily 2 generations down the line. Gloriosa then asks about the mountain of letters on the ship behind her. Tritoma explains those are for Lady Shaki. Gloriosa pouts, reminding everyone she's the captain of the crew. Narration confirms that the true star of the era, the one who outshined even Gloriosa, was the first mate, Shakuyaku. Suddenly, an enemy ship approaches. The Kuja pirates prepare, and Gloriosa begins to blush as she recognizes it. We then hear Goldie Roger check if his mic is on. He calls out to the Kuja pirates, "Don't bother resisting. Today, you're going to hand over Shakuyaku. Gloriosa shouts back, saying Roger hasn't learned his lesson. She already gave him all of her affections. The ships collide, a door bursts open, and someone demands to know who they think they're taking. Roger looks over, and both crews immediately fall love-struck again. Even birds fall in love. Narration jumps back in. It was said her every move embodied pure seduction. In her presence, flowers wilted, birds forgot how to sing, and people fought just to get near her. We see that Shakuyaku, also known as Shaki, calls out to Gaban and immediately kicks him in the face. Gaban, head tilted back, says just her saying his name sapped all of his strength. She turns to Roger, saying it's been a while. He trembles, overcome, and admits he loves her. Shaki casually replies, "I love you too," as she lights a cigarette. So, what did you guys think about the beginning of this chapter? Lionel, let's start with you.
I actually don't have much. I just thought this was hilarious, and I didn't expect Shaki to be like this. Like when you first see Shaki, and because we thought of when we found out she was the Empress, just like Boa Hancock. I only just thought Boa Hancock was like that. I didn't think that's a trend of the Kuja women and comparing the leaders and the captains of the crew. They all have that persona mindset. It just fits.
No, not really.
Yeah, what?
Nah, Boa has that mindset because when she was a slave for the world nobles, she tried to disconnect from her feelings. But Tritoma doesn't seem to be like that, and Gloriosa is not like that.
I mean, because I was going about how everybody for instance, they notice how attractive and beautiful they are.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
It's like,
oh, you were talking about the beauty aspect.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the attitude.
Oh no.
Oh, my bad.
That's the beauty aspect I was focused on.
Oh yeah.
The attitude, just
they be fire, bro.
Yeah, it just threw me off, but I mean, I don't really have much because I have more a little bit later on, but not but I just and it just threw me off a little bit. Why does Roger's Jolly Roger have a mustache?
Yo.
And he doesn't have a mustache yet. Yeah. I was just like, why?
That's what he aspires to.
I was like, I'm gonna grow one.
It's so funny.
And it's it makes me even laugh because this is 44 years ago. Even if the guy in Valley Instant, he's still it's been years.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I don't know. My math is wrong.
You think he went to Turkey and got implants?
I can't grow it. What's going on? But I do say that he looked to me. Roger's face. I just saw Shanks and Ace fused.
Yeah.
Shanks and Ace that's pretty much Roger. I'm just saying right now. But also I am a little disappointed. I don't actually like how Roger looks. He looks kind of
what?
He looked better in the God Valley flashback.
God Valley, and when he's 47 years old. If you go to how he looked 47 years old, and the God Valley incident, how he looks here, I don't like.
I think it's his jaw. I think it's his.
It's weird. I don't know.
His face and jaw is big.
Especially when the next panel. I don't want to skip, but when he zoom on his face. With
y'all
Shaq.
saying y'all don't like his attractiveness?
I mean, I didn't say all that. I'm just saying that he looked cooler, and first, even the guy by incident, he looks a little younger somehow, and it also be more I feel like Roger looks more of there's more for instance. Again, it's different. He's younger. I saw more charisma during those moments. Again, this is a gag. It's supposed to be funny, but just the way he looked, not how he's acting, but his physique. I saw more charisma in those instances where I saw here. Again, I guess it's supposed to be that way. Yeah. And I'm just being foolish and stupid with Roger, but
we're seeing a Sanji level goofiness
Come on.
That I did not expect from Roger.
Bro, stop it, bro.
I did not expect.
Everybody is like that in the entire chapter.
Understand it's coming.
Yeah. I was actually going to bring up something, but it's different, so I'm going to actually wait a little bit. No, it's different, though, and I can't use it. Because I was just, never mind. I would just go. Somebody else go. Because Sebastian might bring it up, but it's different.
I got some stuff to say, I'll be honest. But,
okay. I guess we'll just go to Seb then.
So me?
Shrubby.
Alright, I love the fact that One Piece has K-pop idol stars in their midst. I think that's great. Something I teased in the spoiler chat when the chapter first dropped was that, you remember my theory about Roger and Rocks with the Davy back fight thing, right?
Yeah.
Yo, what if the crown jewel of Pirate Island is Shaki? And the Celestial Dragons kidnapped her from Pirate Island, and that's why Roger crashed out. Too stupid? It might be too stupid.
No, I don't think it's stupid. I just don't see how Rocks would connect with Shaki when he has Gloriosa.
Yeah, so that was my thing. Maybe Gloriosa is partly there because she's trying to get Shaki back, but she didn't seem to care. Like, she didn't seem to be distraught or anything about it. And obviously, we'll get to the end of the chapter. There seems to be more that Rocks cared about than that.
Yeah, I was gonna say for sure.
It's like
because he directly says he goes for the chapter, the treasure.
Yeah,
that's that's where they went.
When I first read it, I was like, yo, what? Like, because I was reading the chapter, I was just like, yo, this is all kind of funny. It feels like a low-key filler chapter, but like maybe it does tie into where we're heading because of that. But I don't know. That's a whole other thought process. But the reason why I thought that was that at God Valley, when they pop out, Gabon is like, yo, you can't call dibs, Roger. Like, no dibs for the captain. And Roger's like in his feelings about it. And I'm like, yo, if it's over her, like I can see him feeling away. Because he has this moment, this affection for her or whatever.
That statement, you know how long it's been?
Yeah,
it's been a year. He's talking about Shaki.
I just feel like it would make sense for sure, but nothing tells me when we visited God Valley that the prized possession happens to be a person.
Yeah.
I always felt like it was something in the chest, right?
That was my biggest problem. But I will say, if they're these idols in the crown, like they're looked in this way, I could definitely see a celestial dragon. Like I want one. I want Shaki.
I can see that. Yeah.
I want Shaki. You know what I'm saying? And going out of their way to make it happen that way.
Because I already have a thought, and it goes into the whole. I'm just gonna say like the whole Mihawk aspect with Shaki. Again, going towards like, because my thing is like, because some people believe that Mihawk is Rayleigh and Shaki's son, but going to timeline, she stops pirating 42 years ago. It's kind of. Are you
talking about Shaki?
Yeah, her Empress as a leader is only roughly a year. Then she stops pirating.
It might be like. So in my mind, when God Valley happens, right? This is 44 years.
Yeah.
Right? Gloriosa was said to have betrayed Amazon Lily by leaving. Right? She stopped being Empress. And I think that's when she joined up with Rocks. And that was her leaving of her own submission. And then the title of captaincy went to Shaki. So Shaki probably, during whatever moments, probably only lasted her captaincy until God Valley and then stopped. Or probably like 2 years before God Valley and then stopped. And then Tritoma took over.
Yeah.
And then Tritoma, I would say at this point, she probably was like, for like 30 years or so, was until Boa Hancock's reign. Because Boa Hancock became the Pirate Empress 13, I believe it was 13 years ago when she became 18. Yeah. So she's been a little longer than a decade, but I think that's when Tritoma ended up passing away. So Shaki probably lived on Amazon Lily or just left to go to Rayleigh and then built the rip-off bar. Where I don't think she was that different from where she is now because she literally named the rip-off bar because she was ripping off pirates that would come there.
Yeah. No, it's too funny, bro. It's too funny. I like Shaki, bro.
But she wasn't a pirate of the Kuja Pirates or the Empress for the Kuja Pirates for less than like 5 years.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the timeline. I haven't done the research on that, but I have a couple more things. I low-key have a little...
It's Lionel's fault.
A theory.
Oh.
I don't know if y'all gonna like it or not.
King.
All right, so one, just to continue my notes here. Did Gloriosa end up in a bad future because Roger didn't love her?
Yep.
Because when you see her in the current timeline, like turn age, she didn't pass from love sickness like some of the others that don't get the ones that they love, but like she's really short and wrinkly and she's not as beautiful as she once was. While Shaki, obviously she's a little younger than her, but Shaki still aged to a degree, like really gracefully, and she was able to have that requited love. So, you know what I mean?
That's true too, because Shaki's 64.
That's what and
she looks. Gloriosa has to be like.
I don't know how old she's. About 80s.
I don't think she's 20 years.
I think she's older than Roger.
I think she's probably like 10 years older than Shaki.
Okay.
Maybe
that's
even,
a lot.
Maybe even like 5.
I don't know. We might have her age. We might actually have.
No, there's no age.
Shaki's 64,
she doesn't have an
right?
age.
Okay.
She's 64?
Yeah, Shaki's 64.
Then, I mean, she could just be honestly 70 or 71 years old. Like,
yeah, she's probably like 5 or 10 years
exactly,
older.
Exactly, yeah.
All right.
She big sis.
I have a question for y'all. Does Gooner Roger upscale Sanji?
What you say?
No. Is that your theory?
No.
No. I think Sanji's worse.
I'm just saying.
Sanji's worse.
I'm just saying, because a lot of times people kill Sanji because he acts this way. But a top tier is now acting this way. Okay. Yeah. A top tier all time.
2 top tiers.
Is now, yes.
Gabon is acting. Gabon is on that list.
As the story progresses, I feel like the Roger disrespect increases, and I do not like that.
I'm not disrespecting Roger.
Listen.
I'm trying to get some Sanji respect.
Hold on. It'd be different if Roger was the only person.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it wasn't everybody else and their mom, then yes, I would be like, you know what, possibly. But right now, no, bro. It's affecting everybody that ever lays eyes on them.
Listen, I'm trying to play Mihawk fan.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do what they do for my guy.
I hate it at the expense of Roger. Like, it bothers me.
Oda did this.
I really love Roger too. That's the thing. I can't do that, bro.
I was so shocked seeing this. But But then again, it's a thing though. Like, all the strong greats have this problem. Odin, Whitebeard, like they all women wise, especially the ones they're into, they have some problem.
Name one man who don't. Name one.
Oda,
see a fire chick and be like,
Oda's telling us man's greatest weakness right here.
It was Adam's weakness too. Hey, man. Listen, man.
Now I will say,
from his rib.
I will say, the internet has been killing Roger for feeling Shaki and losing her to Rayleigh, his captain, his right hand, and all that.
Poor Roger.
But to me, I love to see a dude not let a woman come between him and his best friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Word. Like, she's not feeling me. She loves the bro. I know it's going to take some time for him, but be a W wingman for your guy. You know what I'm saying?
Just to add to that, too, because even in the same thing, Roger clearly says, too, it's not just about Ray. He says, how could you do that to Gabon?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So it shows it right there. Roger's like, yo, these are my bros. Like, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's like he's not going to put a woman before his bros in that way. Like, he kind of like, yeah, all right, you could, you know.
All right.
Go ahead.
I have a mini theory here that I do have to, I guess, get out here. It's not exactly my theory, but it's something I put in the spoiler chat originally as soon as I read the chapter. And then I did some more research on it, and other people have been running wild with this. I don't know if y'all have seen this at all.
I think I was going to bring this up. Yes. Say one. Okay.
The thought process that Tritoma is Luffy's mom.
Yes, that.
Yeah. I have a little theory that dives way deeper.
I might let you rock then, because I'm pretty surface level here. I'm not going to lie.
No, go on.
All right.
Because then if it's different, it's going to be better.
Okay. All right, what if I told you guys that Luffy's mom was a pirate empress? That before Boa Hancock ever ruled Amazon Lily, there was another who ruled with grace, who passed away from love sickness, who may have been in love with Monkey D. Dragon, and her name was Tritoma, and she might just be Luffy's mother. Let's dive in. Tritoma was the empress of Amazon Lily before Boa Hancock. According to Oda, she was kind, benevolent, and beloved by her people. But tragically, she passed away from a disease unique to the women of Amazon Lily, love sickness. It's said this illness claimed the lives of Kuja warriors who fall in love, but cannot act on it. But what if that love was for Monkey D. Dragon, the world's most wanted man, the revolutionary, the Enigma, Luffy's father? Let's break down the timeline. Boa Hancock was kidnapped 12 years ago by the Celestial Dragons. She's 12 years older than Luffy, meaning the Empress at the time of the kidnapping was Toritoma. It's very likely that Toritoma personally led the search for the kidnapped Boa sisters, and in doing so, may have come into contact with the Revolutionary Army. What if Toritoma offered weapons, supplies, or safe passage or something in exchange for Dragon's help?
Tritoma.
Oh, I keep calling her Tritoma. My bad.
You said Toritoma.
Oh, Tritoma.
If I'm gonna cut it up, I gotta let you know so I can credit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The alliance could have turned into something more. Just like Boa fell for Luffy, her predecessor may have fallen for Dragon, and that love led to the birth of Luffy. And here's where it gets heavier. Dragon couldn't raise Luffy because his life was too dangerous. Tritoma couldn't raise Luffy because Amazon Lily's laws forbid outsiders, especially males. So they made a heart-wrenching decision. Leave Luffy in the hands of Garp to be raised somewhere safe, Windmill Village. But the grief, the heartbreak, Tritoma separated from the man she loved and her son, haunted by the failure to save the Boa sisters. Her love sickness wasn't just about Dragon. It was the emotional collapse of a mother torn from her child. Now fast forward to the Sabaody incident. Kuma, a revolutionary and Dragon's close comrade, scatters the Straw Hats. Each one is sent to a place that pushes them to grow. But Luffy is sent to Amazon Lily, an island where men are forbidden from even approaching. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. Later, during Bonnie's flashback, we see Kuma shown traveling to all the places the Straw Hats ended up, except Amazon Lily. Why is that? Because he already knew about it from Dragon. Maybe he knew that Tritoma was Luffy's mother, and that symbolically, Luffy needed to return home to the island of his origins to grow. And then here's the poetic twist. Tritoma died from lovesickness. Boa nearly fell victim to it too, or is falling victim to it now, I guess. But Luffy and Dragon are the reasons for it, and then the breaking of that curse for the lines there. Where Luffy's mother ended up passing, he lives for freedom. Where she was forced to let go, he gave Hancock a reason to live. Their bond isn't just romantic, I guess. It's ancestral, it's destiny. Amazon Lily lost its empress to heartbreak, but welcomed back her son, who brought healing instead. Now, what do we have? A tragic empress who fell in love with the world's most wanted man, a child born from that love cast away for his protection, a revolutionary ally who sends her son home without a word, and a cycle of heartbreak healed by freedom. Luffy's mom might not be a nobody, she might be a queen, the empress who birthed a king. I did want to give a huge shout out to Slayer Karaka on Twitter, because most of this was pulled from him, I'm not gonna lie. I was so fascinated by this stuff, bro. I was like, this is great. And should we start calling Boa Hancock stepmom?
Stepmom. They're not related.
I'm kidding. Anyway, but yeah, I again, when I read the chapter, I was like, oh, that's Luffy's mom as a joke. And then I'm like, yo, timeline-wise, I think it works. And like, that's that hidden empress that we heard about before. We saw her in like an SBS or a Vivre card. Yeah. And then, like, the timelines. The 12 years ago, I was like, yo, I could definitely see her reaching out to the revolutionaries to get Boa back. Because are you just letting that rock? So I liked it. I said it as a joke. Originally, I was like, LOL, like, it's Luffy's mom, haha, like, we always do this. And then I'm like, wait, that might actually be Luffy's mom. So, what do y'all think about that? I was, like, perplexed at this.
Out of all the crazy theories of going into his mom, this is the closest one to I'll actually accept.
Yes.
That I actually, I wouldn't mind or I would agree with, you know? And it, like, because I heard a little bit of the theory and the way you broke it down, it makes more sense this way. Not freaking crocodile, which is just absurd to me, and whatever, but this one makes more sense.
There's another piece to the theory that I thought was funny. I didn't include it, but again, shout out to Slayer Karaka on Twitter. He said that there was once a point in time where Buggy said that Rayleigh could be Luffy's uncle. And if Tritoma and Shaki are sisters, that would make that part of the theory.
When did that? Who said it?
It was like during It Fell Down or something, because he was like, how's he connected to Rayleigh? Like, how's he connected to Old Man Ray? Like, is he his uncle? And it's like, this would be how.
That's funny, actually.
I thought that was really funny.
But
that is funny.
Well, uncle-in-law, but you know what I'm saying. But that's it for me.
It's so funny because the theory I thought about yesterday literally was almost the same.
Oh, yeah?
But there's, like, other parts to it.
Hit me.
So the way I said it was Monkey D. Luffy's mom may have just been revealed, and her name is Tritoma. Tritoma was an apprentice aboard the Kuja pirates 44 years ago, back when Gloriosa, also known as Elder Neon, was both the captain and the empress of the Amazon Lily Island. When we see this older crew, we also see Gloriosa's first mate, Shakuyaku, or Shaki, who we know is Rayleigh's wife. At the time, Shaki was 20 years old, but Tritoma, she was clearly younger. Let's say she was about 15. Now, if Tritoma was around 15 back then, that would make her about 55 years old today. And you know who else is 55? Monkey D. Dragon. That means Tritoma and Dragon were probably the same age, so it's very possible they crossed paths and even fell in love. But how would someone from Amazon Lily even meet Dragon? Well, in this chapter, we see Garp chasing the Roger pirates while the Roger pirates were chasing the Kuja pirates. So every time Garp caught up to Roger, he likely ran into the Kuja pirates too. Now think about this, Dragon could have been a young Marine under Garp, just like Helmeppo was under Axehand Morgan. We already know Dragon was once a Marine before turning revolutionary. So during these chaotic naval chases, Dragon could have met Tritoma. And that's where it gets deep. What kind of bond could they have formed? On Amazon Lily, like Sebastian said, there's a fatal condition called love sickness. Gloriosa said every empress after her died from it. The pain of being separated from the one they love eventually consumes them. She claimed the only reason she survived was because she left Amazon Lily, most likely to chase Roger, her love. That's what cured her and also got her banned from Amazon Lily, or banished. And it makes sense. Shaki also survived because she left to the island and settled down with Rayleigh at Saba Odi Archipelago. So let's follow the line of succession after Gloriosa. Shaki, Tritoma, Boa Hancock. We know Shaki's alive. We know Boa is currently the empress, but Tritoma, nowhere to be found. So what happened to her? The likely answer? She died from love sickness because she stayed on the island waiting for Dragon. Why didn't she chase after him like Gloriosa for Roger or Boa Hancock for Luffy? Probably because she couldn't. Back then, Vegapunk hadn't yet created the Sea Stone-infused Navy ships that could safely travel the Calm Belt. Amazon Lily was completely isolated since they resided on the Calm Belt. No one could get in. It wasn't until 13 years ago that Boa Hancock became Empress and struck a deal with the world government to become a warlord. That gave Amazon Lily protection. Once they realized they were no longer safe within the Calm Belt from the world, that's what happened. As for Dragon, he couldn't afford ties to go public with Amazon Lily. His revolutionary path meant any family he had would be hunted and used against him. So Tritoma stayed behind, heartbroken, sick with love, and determined to help Dragon. She suffered in silence and died because of it. That's when Boa Hancock, at just 18 years old, stepped up and became the new empress. So, what if the truth is this? Luffy's mother was a Kuja warrior, a former empress, and a woman who gave her life not in battle but to love sickness for the man who would become the world's most wanted revolutionary and the son who would shake the seas. This would be even crazier since Kuma found out who Dragon's son is, and during the separation of all the Straw Hats before the time skip, Kuma sent Luffy to Amazon Lily instead of anywhere else. Why would he send Luffy there of all places? That's what I came up with last night.
Yeah, yo, bro. And odds are...
So it's so funny that that's so close to what I was saying.
Yeah.
It was so wild.
But you can see, like, it's different.
Yeah, it's wild because it's like... For Kuma to have been there, like, to send him there means he had to have been there himself, right? So, like, Dragon with the revolution, he probably went there, bruh, you know? I don't know.
Dragon go visit his girl real quick. Just like...
I love it because it means that Dragon ain't there for her either, the way he never there.
I know.
Why is that? Why you gotta make
That's what happened.
That's what made it work for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he don't care about nobody else, bro.
He don't care? Same Dragon doesn't care. It's crazy.
That's it. I'm trolling, but I like it. This is like Laura said, this is the first time someone said Luffy's mom, and I was like, we might be onto something.
Yo, seriously, like, Lawrence told me yesterday, and I'm like, whatever. Like, the people, because I'm saying people just saying that because the newest chapter, because the Roger with Gloriosa and Shaku and Rayleigh with Shaku, like, Kuja Pirates, I get it. Like, it's a thing, you know. Mm-hmm. But honestly, didn't hit me until when before Sebastian said it, I started thinking, yo, Kuma send Luffy to Amazon. Mm-hmm. For all the ones, why? He's connected with Dragon. Dragon probably told him. Like, that's my son, and told him his story. So I'm just like, that's the only connection.
Send my kid to an island of women. He was like, why? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
He gonna be good.
I can't.
Y'all think that Amazon Lily is like in the east section of like the Grand Line?
Nah, it's in the west.
It's in the west.
Yeah.
Ain't even looking out that way, man.
No.
Well, she passed away, bro.
I believe it's in the west. Right? It's west of the red line. Law?
Yeah. So you guys kind of like covered a lot of what I wanted to say. I just wanted to add how dirty Oda did Gloriosa. Like Gloriosa. Because also too, like Sebastian gonna bring out the whole how she looks now. Because like
she a pick me girl, bro.
She
I was gonna say this too. My bad. You think she like switches off from Roger to Rocks?
No, she can't.
I don't think that's how lovesickness
works.
That's
you can't.
You can't get double virus.
Yeah. I think you kind of get attached to one.
You don't think Rocks took his girl? Bro?
What you trying to say? She went to Rocks and that's how Blackbeard got made?
I wasn't, but
she was like, "You big daddy, but he bigger daddy."
Oh my goodness! I don't know why she joined the Rocks. I guess we'll figure that out later, or find that out later.
Or maybe Sebastian's theory. Shaki got caught up. She the treasure.
There's some holes in there. We'll see.
So that's that fire. Boom, boom. We going after. She got the fountain of youth in her drawers. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm done.
And all right, I'm trying to remember now because you guys are distracting me and making me lose my train of thought. You guys always do this. Hold on.
Yeah, I do always do this, bro.
When she calls my name, I lose all my strength.
My knees get weak. I don't know what it is you do to me.
You're still doing it.
They're not.
You're still doing
it. Let's just move on for now. I can't. Oh, what I was gonna add is small. I'm trying to reread the chapter, like trying to rekindle those thoughts that I'm trying to think about, right? But going back to like the Empress thing, I noticed, right? I believe we did see, right? We see with Shaki, all right? She's withering away flowers, right? Mm-hmm. And the whole birds are like forgetting how to sing, right? Showing how much her beauty stands out, right? For Boa Hancock, I remember flowers withering away, right? When she walked by. I don't remember the bursting. I think the birds were dropping down. But I noticed it's interesting enough that we didn't see that with Gloriosa, right? We only seen that with Boa Hancock and Shaki.
There's a reason for that, big dogs. All right.
So like, so I guess I'm trying to compare the level of like their beauty or whatever, but I think since you guys mentioned most of the stuff I wanted to say, I guess we'll move on for now.
I have one thing. Beating triple time with thoughts of loving you on my mind. All right.
I was saying one thing. Because I'm not gonna lose it. Because you guys doing it.
Yeah, I know they always do it.
Pretty much the fact that you said Neon like how she looks because she didn't get Roger's love, whatever. That actually Lawrence might explain the whole Stussy thing with you when you said that Miss Beckman how she looks now.
Yeah.
And she's a completely different character is because she didn't get Whitebeard's love. If that's a thing, if that's an actual thing, she didn't get Whitebeard's love. She became like that.
And it made it changed out her looks, her also her personality.
Preach, brother.
Yeah, preach, my brother.
Yes.
But yeah,
that could be true.
Push them gold diggers to the side.
And now she's trying to trap Whitebeard.
Yes.
And now she's trying to trap
that young man.
This your baby.
It's your baby. You owe me money.
Yo, you're making me hot. I put on no deodorant, man. Stop. All right, y'all done?
I put a waifu of the week in the chapter, in the chat. Shaki, Gloriosa, or Big Mom. Mm-hmm. I don't know who y'all picking, but
yeah, it's Shaki.
I don't know. She started smoking. I don't like that.
Yeah.
To me, I'm not into that.
Boa Hancock looks better than anyway. So
you ain't gotta smell it, bro.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, I was thinking about Amazon Lily, the island.
Of course you was.
Where men are forbidden to step foot it's always made me wonder, how do they continue to repopulate if it's an island full of women? Then it hit me. They're also pirates. The most beautiful and powerful women join the Kuja pirates and sail across the seas, plundering treasure from other kingdoms. But what if that treasure they sometimes take includes the essence of men to conceive children?
The family jewels, as it were.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the wild part. What if when they give birth to boys, they either abandon them or return them to wherever they got inseminated from?
It's like, bruh.
Only the girls are allowed to remain on Amazon Lily. That would mean that the island isn't just surviving, it's maintaining a strict cycle of selective population. Kind of crazy to think about, right? Pro-life, I guess.
They're not clipping the babies,
Yo,
there's no way they clip.
Yo, that makes sense.
Yo, they very well could be clipping the
because
babies.
they might know they're gonna clip if Mihawk and Luffy's that. No, we gotta leave. They're gonna get taken out.
Yeah, bro.
It got dark.
Yeah, bro. I don't know if this is a good island, bro.
It's the best island.
It's the best.
They have a place for those on that island where it's nothing but wild animals. They just give the babies to the wild animals.
I thought it was the clam belt.
The clam belt or the.
All right, see, y'all stepping into too many worldly matters. All right. Y'all the balance between me and Sebastian. Just stay there. Alright, they call this pirate crew a band of exotic warriors. I call them a band of aggressive, promiscuous women who I wish would break into my home and leave nothing left.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright. Gloriosa is the definition of women with beauty and unattractive personality. Bro, I can't tell you how many times I encountered a beautiful woman only to hear her speak and want to jump into a can of tuna fish. I mean, my God, the webbed feet theory is right. Alright, stop, bro. Alright, 19 years ago, Boa Hancock was force-fed the Metal no Mi by the Celestial Dragons while enslaved. She was only around 12 at the time. As we know, for a devil fruit to reincarnate, the original user must pass away. That means Shaki, who is still very much alive, couldn't have been the previous user of the Metal no Mi. So what power does Shaki have? Gentlemen, I believe she might be the fourth woman in the series to possess, yes, you guessed it, Conqueror's Haki. What people often mistake as a devil fruit ability tied to her charm may actually be Shaki using her raw willpower, enhanced by her beauty, the same way Boa Hancock's devil fruit is enhanced by her beauty, to dominate the will of others and leave them weakened in their presence. I always say that when you see a Conqueror's Haki user, you just know. And with Shaki, the signs are all there. She clashed with legends like Gaban and Roger without hesitation and even managed to weaken them as they are Conqueror's Haki users. She's not only powerful and globally respected, but completely fearless. She's even shattered inanimate objects, just like Shanks did aboard Whitebeard's ship and also how Boa Hancock did when we first saw her. And guess what? She's also a Conqueror's Haki user. Shanks is also a Conqueror's Haki user. And on top of all that, she outshines her captain, which is very Conqueror's Haki user-like. I'm placing my bets on Shaki being a Conqueror, and I love it because that means we've got another woman rising among the ranks. And I love that. I
absolutely love that. I do.
Yeah. I do, bro.
You know what that means, though? She can Conqueror's coat that
okay. See, we're going to just skip right past you. All right. Let's get to it. Super chats. Let's do like 5. And then we'll get into the second part.
All right. Sorry for the delay, y'all. We was having a lot of fun. We got 2 from Project Iceman. It says, hey guys, working out while listening. Hashtag 215 pounds.
We getting your testosterone up, huh?
Yeah, man. Ice also donated 10 gifted memberships.
So thank you
so
Project Iceman.
Throw the knock my fist up.
Love you, bro.
We got another 17 New Zealand dollars from T-Dot. It says, let's go. Hype for the pod. Hashtag the fraud Roger agenda going.
Oh my God.
Question. You can have the same facial hair as any One Piece character. Who you picking? Hashtag bang bang buggy gang. Hashtag master manipulator Larry. Hashtag Schwebby-chan.
Brown beard. His was tough. Y'all don't remember Brownbeard's beard?
I do.
Yeah, I was gonna say tough.
He
looked like a mini giant.
I don't think there's a single character in One Piece that has the kind of beard that I want. That's the problem. Yeah. So I might have to go with the fade, like the mustache, and maybe I'll go Roger just cause.
No, never mind. Brownbeard's beard was stupid.
Yeah, I was when you said it, I was like, there's no way he remembers for real.
I thought it was full with the 3 braids.
No, he actually don't.
It's still better. It's still better than Blackbeard's.
That's black. What you just said is Blackbeard's. The full with the 3 braids?
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking like Blackbeard's pre-time skit.
Yeah,
that was terrible. That was terrible. He got a little nice drawing now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
The only person who actually has a normal beard, in a way,
Is right.
the guy from the Gorosei.
The goatee joint?
No, does he have this too? No?
Oh, you talking about Marcus Mars?
Is that
no, there's a dude. There's
He's blonde.
The one that looks like Gandalf.
No.
No, there's the goatee one. That guy, Saint Jupiter, and then there's
What's his name?
Not Mars. Is it Mars? Might be
Yes,
Mars.
Marcus Mars, the tall dude that looks like
Mars
Gandalf.
is the long one that looks like
Yeah.
Gandalf. Or
You're talking about the youngest one, right?
Yeah. He's talking about Saint Jupiter.
You're saying Saint Jupiter with the goatee.
The youngest
No,
one.
does he have like a beard, not a goatee?
It's a goatee.
the youngest
It's a goatee, bro.
He has the same facial hair as you right now.
No, I thought he had a beard.
Like, what is it?
He really does.
Oh, he does. I mean, because it's like a chin strap though. That's why too. Like it goes. Because that's like the most normal.
Yo, you know who has a gold tee that's really hard? Akainus.
Now, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like
Pretty hard goatee.
Also, Garf is a standard goatee.
Yeah,
looking.
that's true.
But he got like that beard for men colored. Like that's what you use on.
I kind of like the
commercials.
Sengoku joint, but I don't know if I could pull that off, bro. I need the fro with it.
Nah, you can't do it.
No.
You'd be Indian. You wouldn't be black.
See, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, it is a little more full, yeah.
Oh yeah, he does have a full one.
Why am I remembering it different?
I feel like he just had a goatee.
We
I
got
mean, I want to be Jordan.
Yeah, we did. All right, next one.
We got another 20 from Malik. I don't know if it says Muhammad, but I think so. It says, "Sup guys, this chapter was so fire. Let's get it. Also, Gantz has been dope so far. I'm 3 volumes in, and the main character has been hilarious. Yo.
Yeah, K is one of the great ones.
K one of the goats, man.
Yeah, K one of the best main characters ever. Low key.
It ain't low key, bro. It's low key because people don't know about it.
Yeah.
But if you in it, you know, bro. Another 35 Czar from Habry Dreyer. It says, just wanted to say, I love the podcast.
Oh, thank you.
Hashtag BBC. Hashtag horse hockey. Hashtag bust it open. Bruh, those 3 hashtags in a row is crazy, bro. Another 5 from Digital Cab. It says, Gloriosa never got with Roger. Shaki did get with Ray. If Boa doesn't end up with Luffy, will she age like Gloriosa? Hashtag Latinas for Larry. Hashtag Mexican Larry tax. She very well could.
She might, honestly, she might mess around and pass.
She might not make it, man.
Yeah, she might pass.
I wouldn't like that for her, man.
Yeah.
I hope they end up together. Another 5 from Kirby. It says, it's obvious Lionel is always gone because he's saving the horses leave behind. Hashtag Lionel D Bet. Hashtag Where's PETA. Hashtag Twin Tariffs. Hashtag Marv of Oz. Hashtag Holy Noble Larry. Okay.
All right, let's continue. Okay. All right, in the next... Oh, guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. We're trying to get to 2,000 likes. All right. Okay. In the next part of the chapter, Roger gets back on his feet, and that's when Shaki slams her hand against the wall right next to his face. The narration kicks in. In the face of such beauty, even the mighty made fools of themselves. Shaki leans in close, real close. She touches Roger's chin with her finger. He's sweating from the intimacy. And then she says, "But I will belong to no one." The Kuja pirates lose it. They scream out in pure admiration like they've been shot by Cupid himself. They actually say their souls have been taken to heaven. Then, without a missing beat, Shaki turns to the crew and commands, "Pull all the treasure out of the Roger pirates' hold." Meanwhile, Gloriosa charges in and attacks Roger. She's confused, like, "Why don't you understand the honor of being loved by me?" But Roger's not even listening. His eyes are shaped like hearts locked on Shaki. He literally tells Gloriosa, "Move. I can't see her." Gloriosa growls in frustration. As Shaki walks past Rayleigh, she says, "I feel sorry for you." Rayleigh just sighs and replies, "Yeah, I've got a bunch of idiots with me." She winks at him, and for a moment, Rayleigh is actually intimidated. Even the Dark King got caught slipping. Then chaos. The Kuja pirates spot a Navy ship in the distance and start packing up the goods in a hurry. The Roger pirates beg, "At least leave us some food." That's when we hear the Navy ship's loudspeaker boom. "Roger pirates, Kuja pirates, prepare to be apprehended." Roger hears this and says, "We gotta move." But Gabon checks the ship and shouts, "It's Garp's ship." Roger flips. He gets mad just hearing Garp's name, and instead of running, he yells, "Forget escaping. Let's flatten them all." Cue the close-ups of Roger and Garp, ready to throw hands. They launch their attacks, named moves, and there's a massive explosion. The Kuja pirates, in disbelief, complain, "Ugh, it just had to be Garp." Then it happens. Roger and Garp go blow for blow. They're both taking serious damage, clashing with Conqueror's Haki. This is no small scuffle. This is a battle of legends. Narration jumps back in. Roger, Garp, and Rox. These men, whose names would one day become legend in a great pirate era, first clashed here in their hot-blooded youth. But the Kuja, they weren't just bystanders. They were icons, tremendously popular, and indispensable part of this era's story. Suddenly, something happens to Lady Gloriosa off-panel. The narration continues. These untouchable idols were the desire of every salty dog at sea. Their bounty posters were traded for massive sums. Hidden cameras, stalkers, that was everyday life for them. We cut back to Gloriosa, now clutching her chest, being held up by Shaki. The Kuja pirates are struck all over again, swooning over how gorgeous their leaders are. The narration closes out with, later, when Shakuyaku took the mantle of Empress, her popularity reached heights never before seen. So, we'll start with Lionel, since Marv isn't back yet. What do you have to say about this part?
I actually noticed a little bit with the touching with the whole Gloriosa thing, the Gloriosa, and like Shaku. I did notice like a little bit like if you look at the people that they fall for, give or take, it's like everyone else falls for them, but you have that one person who's like not giving them that attention. Luffy's one of them to Bo Hancock, and it seems like everybody's doing it, but it seems like Rayleigh's the one who's on the reserve towards Shaku. Like you see Shaki, like she got Gabon, she got Roger, and everybody else. Rayleigh's the only one that doesn't have the hearts or dropping dead off Shaki. Like he had a little weak moment, but to me when I was talking to him, I feel more of a Zolo vibe from Rayleigh here. Like he's not affected by her, but later on they get together. So I noticed like for them it's like it's a more they're I don't say drawing. It's like somehow that aspect ends up drawing them to that person. Yeah, that you're not one of those regular overall like fall to my knees. There's a resistance there that somehow makes them kind of attracted to that person. But Luffy was like first it's a start that Luffy was different, but also became Luffy's character, who he was as a person. The why that Bo Hancock fell for Luffy. I'm not exactly sure it's the same thing with Rayleigh. It could be because like the fact that Rayleigh is an upstanding, a decent person. That the same thing with Shaki that Rayleigh had reserve or resistance towards Shaki to some extent, but knowing Rayleigh more and more as his characters and personality, she ended up falling for Rayleigh. Mm-hmm. So I just noticed that's a running thing, and I think the same thing with granted Stussy's not a Kuja pirate, so I can't link up the same way with Stussy, but I'm just knowing there's two things that with the Kuja pirates that both times that happen that we saw with Boa Hancock, everybody was falling for her. But Luffy was the only one that didn't resist her charms. And she was furiated, but also ended up falling for Luffy at the end. And apparently Rayleigh's doing the same thing. That's what I noticed in that moment as that. Now with the whole, I got a little confused. Because mostly because with the narration, I'm going by and I have some thoughts.
You mean the first time they clashed?
Yeah.
All right, that's not the first time they clashed. I think they're saying in this era, this is the first time all of them linked up and started clashing. That's not that these two just clashed for the first time. Yeah, I don't think that's saying it because Rox is not here.
Yeah, but actually because like can Garp even recognize Garbon recognize like that's Garp's ship? Yeah. But that means I'm thinking because mostly I'm going to figure out. When did Rox and Roger even meet yet? Like we still haven't for instance we've gone from the farthest back with Rox we saw 56, but we still haven't seen Roger and Rox actually meet yet. Yeah. So we're assuming they probably did, but we actually don't know when they actually met each other. And then off that, I'm thinking, do they actually end up meeting somewhere close to these seas? That's their first maybe not first interaction, but something similar happens where Garp, Roger, and meet in the similar seas before God Valley. Because God Valley doesn't happen until year 38. And it's still 44.
Is it 44 years ago right now, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So it's 6 years later.
Yeah, so 6 years. So, that's how I wonder. Because the fact that that Roger said, wait, Rox, we don't know. But, it could be certain things. But we got to see, all right, what happened with Roger and Rox and when they first meet. Because if they don't meet at all, if we don't see that the last time we see them is me at God Valley, then that's a gap that you didn't clear for us, Oda. Yeah. Because we already knew Garp and Roger fought each other and they met each other. And obviously, this is not the first time because Garp clearly mentions, they mentioned that's Garp's ship. And immediately, because Roger's going to dip. Yeah. So you heard it was Garp, oh no, we're staying, I'm fighting. So when was, where we're going to see Roger's and Rox's interactions before God Valley? And that shows, do they know each other already? Have they faced the Roger and Rox powers yet? That's the one thing I'm just want to know and clarify. Again, I don't want to get into it because me and Sebastian had this conversation, but and I think I even lost my train of thought on it. But going by I was telling Sebastian we were bringing up the whole Odin thing and because I put, whether you guys agree with me or not, I put Odin over because I did my just a small top tier list, and Odin was their top 20 list, and I put Odin there and asking this question how come I have certain people, and one of them he was bringing up Shinky because I didn't have Shinky there, but I was mostly focused on pretty much you guys know the ages of them right now, right?
I don't know the ages of both Roger and Garp. What are they?
Roger is 33 years old. And Garp is 34, because Garp is 1 year older than Roger. Okay. And I'm telling you again, the fact that we saw the clashing, you didn't say name attack, whatever. Granted, I didn't notice too that Roger doesn't have Ace yet. If you look at the sword he has when he meets Whitebeard, the hilt and everything is actually different. So again, unless Oda's changed it or whatever, or he messed up, but the blade Roger has right now, clashing with Garp, is not Ace. It's not the blade he clashes with Whitebeard. Okay. So I don't know when he gets Ace.
Did he have it on God Valley?
We honestly, the way they have it, you can't
tell. You can't really tell what the hell it looks like.
Yeah. So I did notice that Roger did not have Ace, but I didn't acknowledge that that he did do advanced Conqueror's Hockey and separation, not touching. He hit Garp with a non-touching technique, just like you can see how Garp's hitting Roger. Again, confirming more that Garp is a conqueror, that Garp hits Roger with a separation technique. This is the advanced conqueror's coding with the hockey, with Boshoku hockey. They're both doing it simultaneously, hitting each other. Roger gets punched by Garp, and Garp gets hit with not a slice, but a similar technique or whatever slash by Garp. I don't know. That's what I saw. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but that's because you see.
I think I'm interpreting it as they both landed on each other.
That's what I read too.
Yeah, because they're clearly crossing arms. I think when you have advanced Conqueror's coding attached to your attack, you guys have a separation between both of you. The same way King Harold and Rox did, right? These two guys I think they literally landed on each other. They just took blow for blow. That's how I looked at it. But you could be right too. I mean,
because at most school,
I've never seen Advanced Conquerors Hockey users when they do their attack, they land technically on each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never like when they're both at it. Usually one person has to like land the hit and then they get damage from it. But these two are like, this is the first time we've ever seen two people not touch and they land on each other simultaneously.
But I was also that's true. But if you even look how they're aimed, Roger aimed for some reason Garp's lower half. He hit him in the stomach. Well, Garp aimed up top, hit him in the face. Like if Roger aimed at Garp's face, the clash would be different. It would be more connected. But if you look at Roger aimed for his bottom, so it's a weird separation.
I mean, even with, you can point that, this is where I'm just saying, I'm not combating you. I'm just saying, like, even with Whitebeard and Roger, when they clash, Roger was aiming from below, right?
Yeah.
And he could have been aiming for Whitebeard's waist. Meanwhile, Whitebeard was aiming for his head. And they clashed, and even then, they weren't touching.
Yeah.
I just feel like if Oda wanted to tell us that they weren't touching or using a specific like hockey technique, he would show it at this point in time, especially between these like two legends.
Yeah.
And since Roger has so much more to go in his career, and clearly when people are telling us like, oh, Shaki beat him, or like, oh, Roger is getting punched in the face and he looks like he took more damage than Garp has, I just think that maybe Roger is not there yet.
I can't say that because like if you look at Garp is leaking from the mouth. And they're both bleeding. But I'm also going by, like, the only way I can make a reference to it is with Garp. I'm sorry, no, not Garp. Luffy, and it's different because they're both hitting each other, but at least Kaido has or whatever, is the exchanging factors with Luffy and Kaido. They're both doing the separation technique. Now, you can't do a clash here, like, showing-wise. Logically thinking, Garp and Roger could have clashed here. But either it's going to look not as good as a take, because why would you clash and go all out when your ships are right here? You're just going to damage your ship. That doesn't make any sense. Like, for instance, if you look at all the times when people clash, like when Odin made them clash, they don't go all out. They're on not allied territory. Like, Roger and Whitebeard, they clashed. They was on a random island with Marines. They could go all out. You have Herald and Rocks, the same thing. They're on an enemy territory. They could go all out. You're not gonna go. Like, this shows like you're not gonna go out. Like, this is their ships. If they fall in water, and they damage the ships. Where are you gonna go? Now you're swimming. You damaged your own property.
But doesn't that mean that they also didn't use Advanced Conqueror's Coding then?
Yeah,
because Advanced Conqueror's Coding creates the damage that we've seen it cause to the island, right? When Odin had to stick his sword into the ground and the clouds separated, or like when Luffy and Kaido were clashing as well. Or like when Big Mom and Kaido were clashing as well, like the sky split immediately and there was people like hanging on for their lives. Yeah. Where these guys literally seem like they just hit each other. So it's more, if anything, it's more like Shanks and Whitebeard on their ship when they split the sky, but nothing around them was being destroyed. Yeah. So I still think that they were not using Advanced Conqueror's Hockey. I just think that they were using like regular Conqueror's Hockey. They just landed on each other, right? Or am I bugging?
No, I didn't think that anywhere near as deep as I was getting with this. I just thought it was supposed to be a funny moment, for real. Like, they swung on each other and both landed.
Yeah.
And then, like, they took damage. And, I mean, some people troll Roger because he looks like he took the worst of it. But, like, I don't get into all that. I don't care too much about that.
They're just saying that punches are over swords. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're saying.
But, yeah, because I was going by, like, because when we see Luffy hit Kaido and stuff like that, you see mostly the skin touching, or you see this closeness there. But when you see Garp hitting Roger, there's a gap.
Yeah, there is a gap.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when you know, like, even when we see, like, in a few...
Well, that's because they landed on each other.
No. But, like... So, I'm trying to say, like, for example, most time they show punches, like, if you want to go with, like, someone get punched in the face, you see kind of like a follow-through.
Yeah.
Right? No, and their face turning. Garp doesn't have a full follow-through, right? You see the point of contact, and look how far Roger's... Because this is going to say what I was going to say in my part. But look how far Roger's face is already, and it's just a point of contact.
Exactly.
Roger's face is already turned this way at the point of contact, instead of the follow-through where his fist would make it turn.
So how do you explain Roger's sword being behind Garp's back?
To me, he landed through and...
Like, he sliced him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But if he sliced him, Garp... This is what I would say, for my part, right? People are arguing he did more damage. But if someone followed through with their sword, right? Garp is cut in half. That's what would be the result.
That's what hockey do.
True.
No, that's what hockey do.
No. Well, I'm not saying completely in half, but his stomach will be sliced open. Because, right, if you look at right here.
We can't tell from that angle.
No.
He has a suit on.
And
his leg is up.
No, what I'm trying to say is, right, it's a blade's cut. And he's using, clearly, at the very least, hockey hardening, and we see Conqueror's attack into it, right? To think that this is the way, and the fact that it actually landed and cut Garp would have a cut or a slash on his stomach. That's just what a sword
Unless
would do.
he hockey hardened his stomach to protect it from the damage.
But even
you guys are forgetting.
Or if Roger used a different.
But there's an impact from both of their hits, right?
Yeah.
The impacts are blocking. Like Oda didn't draw within those
we
marks.
don't know that it's there.
But also too,
this is like playing a fighting game. You play Tekken and then there's a flash hit.
Yeah, see, this is what
you
I'm
can't
talking
see
about.
it.
Like this, is what I'm saying that how is this not the same? Grox followed through,
but Rock spanked him with the side of the sword. I thought.
No. He sent the shockwave.
Yeah, he did.
But that's not the same thing, Lino, because Roger's blade is behind Garp. Meanwhile, Rox is still in front of Loki.
And but the thing is, Grox swung like this. Then he followed through. But he pretty much went like this.
So
that's my point.
But I also want to add, just because you hockey hardened doesn't mean you're not going to get cut.
1,000%.
I didn't say he get cut, but I'm saying he could get hit, cut, whatever, and not cut through Garp.
That's what he was saying.
No, but I think he would have a cut.
Him, but we don't. That's what Larry's saying.
No.
We can't see whether there's a cut there or not.
Anything.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? Where did Roger hit Garp? In the torso, right? In the stomach, right?
Right up here.
Where the heck is Garp bleeding from?
The mouth.
The mouth, right? That's showing, right? It's not it's showing extensive damage that the attack that that Roger did internal damage as well to Garp because one person in the show we saw get cut in the stomach, like for example, when Zoro got cut by Mihawk. No, we don't say hockey or whatever, right? Just got slashed to his body. Did we see Zoro start spit out blood? No. But his whole body practically got cut in half. This got hit. We got hit by Roger. Garp legit splitting blood out the mouth, showing. Remember, because like hockey hardening and Rio, it penetrates from the inside. Okay. That's showing internal damage that he's spitting out blood.
And they also
because a normal sword attack would not make you bleed from the mouth.
They already said that Rox does something where he doesn't slice. He does cannon-like attacks. Mm-hmm. So now Roger might be doing something similar because the stance that we saw Rox do, we saw Roger do first.
Hold on, but so did Kid need to be cut in half in order to spit the blood out of his mouth, or did he just get sliced with the Conqueror's Haki that was being used? That was an advanced Conqueror's Haki, by the way, and he sent Kid flying back, and then blood was coming out of his mouth from that attack. That's essentially the same attack that Roger's using.
No, he's using Rampaging Spirit. You're talking about Divine Departure?
Yeah. What I'm saying is they're both sword attacks that use Conqueror's Haki and knock their opponent back, causing them to bleed out of their mouth.
But the thing is, they didn't get knocked back here. This is a full-on trade.
Yeah.
I mean, how do we know that, too? We don't know the next panel.
No.
For all we know, they both fly in the other direction. Yeah. Like, we don't know what happens after
They both got landed on.
To me, that goes into something else you said, but that has nothing to do with this. But anyway, one thing is right. To me, they're showing a pure-on trade here, right?
Yeah.
Because you see, like you said, almost a full follow-through from Roger and an extension punch where not follow-through because, like, most of follow-throughs are when you kind of win out, right? This is kind of showing a clash evenly. Because I want to add, out of all the attacks we've seen where we see two conquerors of the same level clash with each other, this is the first time we've seen them each land. Exactly. Every single one we see them, right? It's like, they clash with the blade, they clash with fish, showing that no one landed a clean attack. This is the first one we see where this one landed a clean attack and this one landed a clean attack. So the exchange is different from all the other ones we've seen, and it's a complete full-on land and a follow-through, right? So it's like instead of them just clashing evenly right here, like the point of attack clash. No, both attacks actually landed on each other. So it's a different level of it because to me, what I've seen in this level is that you don't get blown back. You actually continue fighting in this one, showing that these people this conquerors at this level can actually take an attack like that and not like, oh, this almost killed me or this almost weakened me that much. Like, no, you could take multiple attacks like this and keep fighting because you guys are at this level.
I think I'm gonna just have to agree to disagree because I don't believe this is advanced Conqueror's coding being done right now.
That's fair.
Just based on like the previous uses of the moves themselves throughout multiple characters.
Yeah.
I just don't see it in this panel.
No, I can understand what you're saying, but to me it's like, for example, even like we just going on, not math wise, but obviously in this situation, who would have the longer reach?
Roger,
exactly. For sure.
Right? So that's the thing, the cut through, right? The attack would have to be different, because again, while for this to make sense, Roger would have to land way ahead of Garp, and Garp would have to push through it to attack. But if it's a different attack where you're both hitting from a distance, right, it makes more sense because they can land at the same time.
I don't agree either. Because this is logically. You're saying that, Roger would have to be from a distance. Roger not from a distance. Roger's hill.
No, I'm not saying you have to be from a distance.
Roger's hill is practically on the side of Garp. Yeah. He clearly was close enough not to be able to use Advanced Conqueror's Coding, because if it is using that, I don't need to be that close to you.
But he has a blade. That's what I'm trying to say.
That makes it even worse.
No.
I would have to not be as close to you as I am right now. Garp would literally be at a way bigger disadvantage if that was so.
But I'm going as in who would land first because of the reach. By the time Garp actually reaches Roger, he would be cut through already because it's a blade. We already see the blade.
So if anything,
point of the blade is behind Garp already.
So you're saying Garp had the physicality to push back getting hit first by Roger's longer reach with Advanced Conqueror's Coding, and Garp just bypassed it completely and then landed his Advanced Conqueror's Coding?
That's what you're saying. I'm saying... No.
Is that not what he just...
No.
Is that not what he just saying?
I legit just said the opposite, because I said if they're both Conqueror's Coding attacked, that means you're not connecting friendly with the blade. You're landing at a distance. Because again, if you look at Garp's fist and the point of contact... No. For example, when we go to every time we saw Oda draw someone get punched in the face, right? You see the fist closer. Are we not? We see the fist legit on their cheek, hitting them. That's most of the time when we see it, right? In fact, a lot of times, guess what? You actually see the fist mark of the fist on someone's face. You don't see... You see, in fact, a blackened mark
this
from a distance.
About. Luffy and Kaido look changed, but you see... Because I can go back when Luffy hits Kaido the first time, you see Luffy's fist on Kaido's face.
Yeah.
But this time, you don't see it. You just see the shockwave of their Advanced Conqueror's attack hitting them.
Again, even if that is so, they're not using Advanced Conqueror's Coding to where they're clashing. If they were clashing, it would make sense. They're not clashing in this instance.
That's what I'm saying.
You're saying that both of them bypassed using Advanced Conqueror's Coding and just use it at close distance. That wouldn't make sense for Roger.
No.
Roger has a sword. He has a bigger reach.
What we're trying to say is, right, the difference is they use Conqueror's Coding attack, right, to hit from that you don't have to touch the person completely to attack, right? The only difference is most of the times we see that is two blades or two fists or two attacks clashing against each other. This one is different because they actually landed. This is the first time we've seen this actually land on a dual exchange with them. So it looks different because it's a dual exchange, right? Well, I see Garp, he landed his attack, right, without having to touch Roger physically with his fist. At the same time, Roger threw his blade without having to physically land his blade against Garp. But the only difference is at the same time, which usually they clash evenly, like we saw with Herald and Rocks, where the blades met, but not the blades didn't meet meet Rocks or Herald's body or face or whatever, right? We can't say another attack, like even with with Kaido and Luffy. We saw Luffy's fist not touch, but clash with Kaido's club, right? From a distance, because they both clash like this, right? But imagine if they both hit each other, where we had Luffy get hit with the club and Luffy's fist hit Kaido at the same exact time. But we didn't see that. But that's what we're seeing here.
So you're saying that both fighters just ended up bypassing the space in order to clash and decided to just tee off on each other at the same time?
Well, I'm trying to say is, like, look, if you look at Garp's punch...
why would that be smart for any of them?
No, I don't know. Because if you look at the punch, Garp is coming from a top angle here.
I see the angle.
And then guess what? This dude's coming from down. So guess what? They landed at the same time, but his reach Garp's body first, and Garp's fist landed on Roger's head first. Yeah, that's what happened. That is what happened.
If Roger landed on aim for Garp's face, the clash would be different.
For all we know,
did we not just see Harold and Rox clash with each other, and one was clearly at an angle and the other one was clearly at an angle, and then one clearly had a longer sword and one clearly had a shorter sword, and they clashed in the middle anyway?
Yep. That's because he tried to block it. For all we know, they didn't try to. You could tell from right here where the Garp's fist is. Did he even try to block Roger's sword? No, he didn't. Because Garp, guess what? All Garp had to do was just dip the freaking arm. Or anything. For what I seen, they both wanted to exchange with each other, so they both just hit each other.
Or they just did regular Conquerors hockey and attacked each other with it. Because they probably don't have advanced Conquerors coding yet.
I don't know about that. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. Often with the... Why? Why
would they...
I'm saying, why would I think they don't?
I just don't think...
I think they wanted to listen. I honestly think they wanted to exchange with each other.
Yeah, I've debated over this for 10 minutes. I just don't think Oda meant it to be that deep. The fact Roger's face here alone tells me it just wasn't ever meant to be that deep.
I think they wanted to exchange with each other.
Yeah,
they didn't want to block. They wanted to just land on it. Because literally, Roger was about to leave. Once he found out Garp was on it was Garp's ship, he was like, "Oh, now we clashing out." Exactly. Literally, he was like, "Let's go."
He said,
"Forget that order."
I just want to get hit by Garp.
No, he wants to fight Garp. That's not about getting hit.
He said, "Yo, I want to get near Garp and I want him to punch me in the face."
It's crazy. You say that, but
that's what he said.
You say that, but doesn't Kaido literally do the same thing? But he does it because he has an excuse because he's more durable. But there's people we have people who are
Kaido
like that.
Is a completely separate person from Roger.
For instance, again, we have people like Sendo. You get me? There's people like Sendo who like brawling. There's, for instance, Roger and Garp. They like fighting each other.
That's because
they probably they're fighting how they are. They like to brawl with each other. That could be a thing.
That could be their thing.
Yeah, that's their thing.
I'm not saying everyone's saying it could be their thing with each other.
That doesn't mean that, hey, punch me in the face, bro, because I want you to.
See, you're acting like you're making it weird by saying that I want you to just hit me in my face. No, it's more like
give me more.
Yeah, that's not what's going on
right here. But it's crazy. I just showed you Kaido and Luffy exchange. Okay, you act like we literally saw Garp and Aokiji exchange. You act like people don't exchange in fights. It happens all the time. Doesn't mean I want to get punched in the face. Why did? Because Aokiji could have blocked it, or they could have dodged it. Garp could have dodged Aokiji's punch. Aokiji could dodge Garp's punch.
Aokiji couldn't have dodged anything.
Regardless of it, I'm just saying that people exchange regardless. It happens.
Kaido only let people hit him because he felt indestructible. That's why he was jumping off 11,000 feet.
I'm gonna put it this way:
Sky Islands to
I'm gonna put it this way. Right? So obviously, we see that, for example, with two people, their relationship or their rivalry is different between them two. Right? We've been getting alluded or hyped up between the rivalry between Garp and Roger since almost day one, right? Is that because now we first heard that Garp would corner Roger, but now we're getting new information. Cornered Roger. This dude Roger, when he saw Garp pull up, he charged in the battle with him.
Yeah.
So it's not about cornering where Garp was running away because he's a Marine. No, this dude went head on against Garp. So this legendary rivalry between Garp and Roger was telling us is that they enjoyed battling each other. We saw.
From your definition, they enjoyed punching each other in the face and getting sliced.
All right. If you're
they wanted each other to be teed off on.
It's like you're thinking of you're going to a fight and you're expecting not to get hit.
Yeah.
You're battling someone.
What's the point of advanced Conqueror's coding? Is to not get hit because I can hit you without touching you.
No, it's not the point to get hit. It's the point to land to attack the person, to penetrate the person from the inside. That's the point of it.
Angles don't
to a deeper level.
Angles don't matter when it comes to advanced Conqueror's
coding.
It's
not fully about the angle though.
You just pointed out it was about angles.
Because that's literally the science of a fight. I said
there's no science in fighting when you have advanced Conqueror's coding.
There's no
science. Lawrence.
You're legit tacking from the inside. That's not science of a fight to you? The sweet...
What are you talking about?
I'll explain if you let me, first of all.
I let you talk more than I have.
Then try to understand what we're saying. Because what I'm trying to say.
You just told me it mattered about angles. You said no, it's not.
I said not everything. You make it the whole point of it is about angles.
You just told me that Roger was coming this way from the bottom and Garp was coming this way.
That is literally the factual of what Oda just drew. Look at it.
It's not about angles, Lawrence. Dude. It's about using Advanced Conqueror's coding. You don't need it because I'm creating space.
But you're sounding so unreasonable because literally I'm giving you what Oda has driven us, right? If they wanted to block, they would have just done so. Simple as it's just that simple.
So again, you're telling me they just want to punch each other in the face because they like getting punched by each other.
That's how you're interpreting it. That's not what I'm saying at all.
No, but
they're just not using Advanced Conqueror's coding.
You can believe that all you want, but I don't.
Yeah, to me, they're clearly showing they're both using Advanced Conquerors.
I don't
know why.
Larry said, "Bro, we can agree to disagree, and y'all continue."
No.
Bro, not even that. Roger's whole hilt is behind Garp. Like, literally on his lower back.
Then how do you explain Garp not being cut then? I want to know.
You don't know if he's not cut, Lawrence! Lawrence!
Where's the blood? I'm looking at the picture. Where's the blood?
It's whited out! There's impact! There's an impact frame! You can't see if he's cut or not. He's wearing a white suit.
Then why is he bleeding from the mouth and not the gut?
Because he took damage.
I asked you before.
Did Squirtle not make Whitebeard bleed out of his mouth?
I asked you before. Name another blade attack in the show.
The Wicked West of the East.
No, dude. I legit asked you. Name another. You want to compare, right? Name another blade attack that someone got cut in the torso that bled from the mouth in One Piece. I'll wait.
Kid. I said Kid when he got sliced by Shanks.
Oh, so what did Shanks use?
He used a named attack.
He
used Conqueror's Haki.
Oh.
Which is what Roger's using against Garp.
So, hold on. But you're arguing that he didn't use... So you believe that attack that Shanks did against Kid wasn't Advanced Conqueror's coding?
No!
It was not. How do you know that?
I think it was regular Conqueror.
Why do you say that?
Because he didn't need it against Kid.
That's just speculation on your part.
Okay.
Because I believe it was.
We gotta move on, y'all.
Because I believe it was.
All right. Listen, I'll agree to disagree again. For the second time.
That's fine.
See, y'all, it's not just me, right? It's not only me that gets the crash outs out, you know? Sometimes it's them. I don't know where we were at. I think Lana was giving his take, and we all just kind of talking. So, we want to cut the super chats? Do y'all have more y'all want to say about this topic?
I have nothing, bro.
I didn't have too much.
I just want to see Shaggy and Big Mom fight. I want them to conquer his clash.
So, somebody did bring something up that I didn't want to troll too hard, but your thought process on Shaggy being a conqueror. Do you think Gloriosa is a conqueror?
No.
Alright. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna troll today. I ain't gonna do it. But you got a whole thing about conquerors only following other conquerors and stuff.
I don't think she's necessarily following Gloriosa.
She the first mate, dog.
So she's the Empress of Amazon Lily.
Fair. So you think this is a unique situation?
Whoever is the Empress of Amazon Lily has to be a captain. Mm-hmm. And through that's why Gloriosa is not getting as much shine as Shaggy, and that's why Shaggy takes over after Gloriosa. Nobody really respects Gloriosa as much as Shaggy. When you look at people, they all look at Shaggy as like the main figure. She's the person that's wanted among people. Yeah. So she's following her out of obligation because she's the Empress, not because she's following her for real. But she does care about her too.
No, I feel you. I just want to see where you was at with that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, cause I have one thing about it's not a major thing, but I did the picture stuff is crazy. That the people are taking pictures of them and like they're like trading cards.
It's what happens with being beautiful, bro.
It's just wild,
if we were women and we were beautiful, arguing like
we'd
this,
have 1 million subs.
We'd have 15 million subs. Yes. We'd be wanted, bro.
I wanted to add about the whole, because they said it in the One Piece show, but it's the first time we're actually kind of like not necessarily experiencing it, but seeing it, where they talked about the right-hand man taking over from the captain. But we actually get it with Shaggy and Gloriosa. Because they hinted about it, but we've never really seen it until now. Mm-hmm. Where this right-hand man takes over the captain or takes over the crew or takes it away from the crew. I guess the time we heard it was like the right-hand man would take out the captain, but that's obviously not happening here. But at the end of the day, he takes over that crew.
Marco count?
From who?
He took over the Whitebeard Pirates, technically, right? For a little bit.
You do realize I'm referring to when the captain is still alive, right?
Waffle.
All right, let's do like 4 super chats, and then we'll go into the third part of the chapter. We have 2 more parts, by the way, so we have an hour left.
All right, we got another 7 months at Warlord status from Wise Life Jody. It says 7 months with the goats. Thank y'all for all you do. Why was Garp so worried about Roger and not guys like Rox, Shiggy, and Whitebeard? Hashtag Horse Whisperer. Hashtag Lionel GBT. Hashtag BBC. Sometimes you just build that innate rivalry with somebody, right? Like
sometimes you just want to get punched in the face.
Nah, but I'm serious though.
Lord's about to start back up.
I will say, I want to add. I just want to add. I want to add one thing. I just want to add one thing.
Oh my God!
You said that. I will say, every time Oda draws someone getting cut, you see blood right away. Just saying. Every time you see someone getting cut.
So if I find one panel, Lawrence, out of 1,156 chapters, are you gonna be like, nah? I was wrong.
Do you think one panel's enough from out of all the 50s?
You just said he doesn't. Yo, I swear, bro.
Find it then.
Stop.
Find it then. Find it, bro.
You can't contradict yourself.
I'm not contradicting myself.
Yeah, you did.
I know I didn't.
He said, yo, Oda doesn't do that. If I find one panel that he did do that,
find it.
Then you're wrong.
Find it.
Bro, oh my God.
People just exchange in fights. It happens all the time.
Okay, Lawrence.
Find it, bro. You can't contradict myself when it hasn't happened yet.
Like, again, this happened, bro. Like,
are y'all gonna
clash?
Are y'all gonna focus on the super chat or not?
It just happens.
Are we? What's up? Do y'all have a response?
No. To what?
To the super chat I just
read.
I don't even know
what you said.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was terrible.
I said what I had to say, bro.
He said, pretty much why Garp focus on Roger, not Shinky, Whitebeard, and Rox. Yeah. Like, kind of like what you said. People just focus. Like, well, I don't think Shinky was that guy like that. Like, he was there, but he wasn't clearly, wasn't like Garp. I mean, he wasn't like Rox, Whitebeard, and Roger. He wasn't their prestige and up there.
So, for all we know, Roger's the first pirate Garp was not able to actually capture.
Yeah, similar with Smoker.
Yeah, he was just like, yo, what the hell? No, I can't allow that. Yeah. Another 10 from David Crothers. It says, Rox KO Kuja Pirates want Shaki. She said she submits to no one. Gloriosa took her spot on the Rox Pirates. This is why Roger is mad at Rox. Gloriosa is Blackbeard's mom. Tritoma, Luffy's mom. We covered some of that a little earlier. I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Another 10 from Jason LaCroix. It says, given the Kuja Empress connection to major One Piece characters, do you guys think this links Tritoma to Dragon? The matchmaking timeline, her name based off the Tritoma beetle and Luffy's love for beetles. His mom? Yeah, we didn't make the beetle connection.
No, it doesn't.
But yeah, we definitely kind of all looped into the potentially Tritoma being the best Luffy's mom candidate we've had so far. Another 20 from Villain Juice. Blessings to you. Could whatever kept the Roger Pirates from being on time be the same reason Rox couldn't throw hands with Emu at that time? Hashtag never paying taxes. Hashtag shirts off for Shin. Hashtag bang bang buggy gang. Hashtag Seb don't crash out. Hashtag CGI on point. It ain't me today. It ain't me today. I don't think it's the same because that would imply that Rox knew what Roger found out on Laugh-Tale, right? Like,
I mean, we're gonna get to that part.
Yeah,
we can speak about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay tuned, Villain.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. We're trying to get to 2,000 likes. Thank you so much. All right, for the next part of the chapter, we return to Elbaf inside Ida's bar. The townspeople inform King Harold that their ship had capsized and Loki was drowning. Frankly, they weren't even sure if they should have saved him. That's how much of a menace he's been while Harold was away. King Harold, shocked by their words, still thanks them for saving Loki and rushes to his side, shouting for him to hang in there. Before he can get another word out, Ida jumps in front of him and tears into the captain, furious that he was even considering not saving Loki. What if he had died? She yells. How could you live with that? Harold tries to calm her down, explaining that it was Loki's choice not to go out to sea, but Ida doesn't want to hear it. She glares at the captain and threatens, if Loki had drowned, I would have drowned you 100 times over. Loki, lying on the floor, mutters that he never asked for help anyway. The captain whirls around and snaps, see? That's the attitude. He drives me crazy. Ida steps in again, trying to explain. He lost his mother, and his father is never around. He's just lonely. And then you hear Loki bark, shut up, you old hag. Ida laughs it off and smirks. You want to come live with me and Haruden? And then Loki responds, no way. Haruden also says, no way. Loki glares at her. You're just trying to play mom and move into the castle. You want the money. Infuriated, Haruden grabs his sword and charges Loki for the insult. Harold steps in and demands Loki apologize. You crossed the line. You have no idea what Ida's been through. Ida responds by blowing kisses at Loki, prompting Harold to groan. You're way too soft on him. A giant child named Mato suddenly bursts into tears. I hate the way he talks to you, Ida, she wails. Ida blushes, touched by the gesture. The world's too kind to me, she says, but Loki's had enough. He shouts, I'm sick of Elbaf. You're all weak and pathetic. I want to be free, like rocks. I'm finally leaving. Isn't everyone relieved? Truth is, I hate you all. The narration cuts in. From that moment on, every time Rox came to invite King Harold to join his crew, Loki would beg and plead to be taken instead, but he never got his wish. So, Bilal, what did you think about this little part?
Thinking about letting a little kid pass because he's been a brat, or I guess more of a terror, is still crazy. Like, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty
And
wild.
it shows, like, Harold, you kind of got to, like, step in and do something because this is literally what everyone's thinking about your son, right? The prince. That they're thinking about letting him pass when he's in danger, not helping him. So, Harold, you can't just shrug this off, kind of like, because he's kind of relaxed in the situation, and he just goes, oh, thank you for helping Loki or whatever, stepping again. But it's just like, all right, you need to sit down. Because also, too, you'll see why later what Loki even says, right? But it shows that your son is dealing with a lot of trauma, and he's, like, hated, and he's, like, lashing out, whatever. And you're kind of getting weird from it. That's how bad his behavior's been when you're gone. Like, you know, like, you're legit hearing it, Harold. When you're gone...
We were trying to drown him, low-key.
Yeah. Like, so, Harold, come on, man. You got to step up and do something, right? And how Ida is how she views kids is because these kids be saying, like Loki in this example, is saying crazy stuff to her. And she's, oh, you're so sweet and stuff like that. To me, yes, you want to shower them with love, but they kind of also need some type of, even if that's not your kid, some type of direction or discipline. You can't kind of sweet talk them when they're being heavily disrespectful to you.
Facts.
You know?
He's like, I want to kill my mom.
Yeah, like,
I want to kill my dad.
like, that's not sweet. I'm sorry. Like, you can't encourage that. Whatever. And
everybody sees him as like the Chucky doll. Harold is like, but he's my baby.
Yeah. I can't. And that's the person we see that takes over the shop when I guess Harold's mom leaves Elbaf or disappears when she gets older, because it looks exactly like her when she was a kid, and the name's the same. Right.
They said in chat, Law telling a dad to step up. LOL.
Why don't I?
One, first of all,
He's not even a father.
I know they're gonna have people believing that I'm a dad that I don't take care of my kids. I would be an awesome dad. All right, if I was a dad. All right. That's crazy.
I don't know.
Hey, I will say, all right, I'm not saying any names, but I got said by one nephew that I was his favorite uncle. Just saying, all right? I got favorite uncles.
Hey, you
right?
got.
You
what?
sure about that?
Well, you got 4 nephews, right?
No, you have
3.
No, 7. Oh, 4. No, these are the nephews together.
What the? What are you talking about?
I combined all the kids.
Exactly, there's 8.
He added all them kids he ain't taking care of.
Shut up.
This man said 7.
I meant to say nieces and nephews together, but I just realized you said just nephews.
Yeah, just nephews.
Just nephews.
It's 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of them are girls.
Yeah.
And again, there's 8.
So which 3? But which one? You know,
I'm sure it was
I said no
Jaden.
names.
It was Jaden.
I'm sure it was Jaden.
How you gonna say the names? I said no names.
I keep it real, bro. I know.
Just so now you guys know. All right? Just saying.
Weird flex, but okay. A kid that isn't your kid.
Yeah,
I said
That's
nephew.
what's up. You sound like a One Piece dad already.
No, what you mean? Name one of them that got favorite uncle.
I was at Jaden's birthday.
Yo, that's. Yo, every year for the rest of his life, we're my favorite uncle. Sebastian, that wasn't wrong.
That was wrong. That was foul.
I'm not offended.
That was foul. That's my fault.
No, that's crazy.
Oh man,
right. I'm crying for him.
Yeah, that was funny. That's actually comedic wise. That was dope.
Yeah, that was a good joke though.
Yeah.
Not probably for the pod.
People have so many questions.
Wait, what? Make it make sense, Lawrence.
Lord, just like the angle of coming into the birthday.
He just makes me love him more.
Oh man, bro.
I can't.
It's not about the angle. All right.
Dang it. You guys always do this. What was I gonna say next?
I think it's on purpose.
Nah, bro. It's never on purpose, bro.
Hold on.
It's on purpose when it comes to Merlin, though.
Facts.
Yeah, bro.
That's the.
He gets so mad.
Yeah. Go ahead, Law. You got this.
Yeah, I think I was adding to the part. Yeah, so you did go there, where Loki says like, "I don't like you too. I hate y'all too. I'm leaving and everything." Right? Mm. It shows like, Harold, you got to be hearing this, and it's just like, I don't know, try to comfort your kid or try to show him, like, explain to him the dynamics, because also too is like your mother was. You got to even tell like the woman that ended up being his mother, she was not right. She wasn't like the truth about her. You
gonna tell your kid that?
I said the truth about her. Because obviously, some mother that's willing to throw her son off a thing, you gotta explain. It's not about you. There's something wrong with her. Because that's not right. Because now Loki's believing that there's something wrong with him. He's later on trying to not off himself because he wasn't gonna pass from it, but he's willing to do that, thinking because his mother's like, I'm not good enough or I'm not wanted. But if you explain, no, your mother was wrong on that, which he probably never got from Harold.
There's only one problem. We don't know if Harold knows.
We don't.
Yeah, that's the only one thing the thing that would help Loki. Harold does not know because they didn't tell.
They did hide it. They did hide it from. That's true. You're right. Okay, I forgot about that. They did hide that from Harold. But yeah, since I don't remember what I was gonna say next, so
it's Sebastian's fault. Go ahead. Actually, go last. Sebastian, go last.
No, since we don't have time, I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna go to say more on the next one.
All right, Seb.
Yeah, I don't have too much. Ironically, Loki's view on Ida is actually what Estrid was seemingly doing. So I think that was kind of funny. If I was Haruden, I would have been crashing out too. Like, I wouldn't have let nobody stop me from swinging on Loki. I don't care. I don't talk about my mom like that. I don't care if you're my brother. But Harold gotta beat your kids, bro. I mean, real. That's like the real solution. Like, obviously, if he had the information, he could relay the truth, as Lawrence was saying, to him and have a real conversation about the dynamics between Ida, however you say her name, and his mom and everything. But in general, just be a more present father and discipline your children. You hear, like Lauren's saying, you're hearing how he acts when you're not around. Instill the fear of God in him, bro. Instill that fear. Because I know I acted out as a kid. I know I'm trauma dumping, whatever. But Dad used to beat the out of me sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, Sebastian.
Listen, he was disciplining me.
Say discipline, don't say
bro. That's great.
In a disciplinarian action.
Listen, the same way Loki acts out, I acted out, and I got whipped for it.
It was no abuse.
It was not abuse. It was not abuse.
No abuse.
It was not abuse.
Pops is a good guy.
It was love, and Harold needs to start acting more like Cyril. Okay?
Can we throw hearts in the chat again? He's trauma dumping again.
Listen,
can we get hearts?
Listen,
please.
I got nothing but love for my father. I deserve them beatings. I need Loki to be getting them too.
You're not learning. Like, take the hint, bro.
Listen, I believe.
Shout out to Papa Hurley.
In disciplining your children physically.
Hearts, please, for Seb.
I was about to bring up something crazy.
What?
No, you like love for Dad, but you was about to clip him like Dofi's dad in that situation.
If that's how he was moving.
Oh my God.
If that's how he was moving, it'd be different. But
yeah,
that's
bro. Look at all the hearts you're getting. You're very supported.
Oh my God.
You said Sid.
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh man. But eat a little too nice too. She gotta chill out.
Lauren's laughing a little too hard at the sis joke.
She gotta start.
I was not expecting it.
She gotta start beating them kids too. But that's kind of it for me. I have a little bit more on the rocks continuing to return thing, but I can get into that later.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Listen, man. Eat the baby mama you want when you don't want to be around. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's probably she's the BM that goes, hey, you don't gotta pay child support because you need to focus on you. And you know what? I respect that from Ida, because if I had a baby mom, I wouldn't want to be paying child support either. Alright?
Yeah.
Alright? Right. That's all I'm gonna say. If I'm not trying to be in his life, don't force me.
I feel like
you know
Harold
what I'm saying? Find a new
support.
man. You know what I'm saying? Have him take care of my kids.
That is
You know what I'm saying? And when I come over, if I ever decide to, I'll pick him up.
I think Harold paying child support, bro. Maybe listen, not. Man. Like, he's paying something.
Low key, Ida toxic, bro. Y'all be thinking like this is super healthy and this and that. Nah, bro, this is toxic, bro. She allowed Harold to do whatever he want. It's very detrimental to a man when a woman ain't disciplining her mans. You know what I'm saying?
I think
not putting the fear of God into him, but at least letting him know, like, yo, you can't be out here just being a bad dad.
Yeah.
She all about, yo, be a bad dad.
She giving not a lot of grace when she shouldn't.
And this is why we got deadbeats in our society today, because of women like Ida. Alright? And y'all should feel very disrespected as women in the chat, thinking that this is okay to represent you, because you a good woman. Okay. Alright? I'm going to hold our kings accountable.
He trolling, right? He right.
I'm right, yo.
Yo, you.
Nah, man.
She allowing
I don't like that, bro.
She's allowing a lot.
Nah, man. Crazy.
Yo, like 2 minutes ago, you were saying she good. not even
a lot of
like last episode, like 2 minutes ago.
Encouraging, like.
Nah, you not allowing a lot. Like, she's not demanding enough of Harold, in my opinion.
Nope.
She not.
She like, yo, that's the way he is.
Nah, bro.
Like, Harold could legit just be beating down on her, and she'd be like, yo, is it because of Elbaf's traditions?
I don't know about
Yo,
that.
I'm serious. Yo. She's like, yo, go ahead.
Nah,
it's okay.
And you're saying we're dark, and so, yo, that is wild, bro. She's gonna accept the traditions? That is crazy.
We're gonna get canceled.
Yeah, I say it's a wild stuff.
All right, keep going, bro.
I do not condone anything.
All right, two super chats, and then we're just gonna jump right back into the chat. Just two.
All right, we got $2 from Emperor Cheeks. It says Roger is a harem jutsu victim. Hashtag Goldie Maru.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah,
and then another 20 from Victor Hate. What if Blackbeard awakened his fruit and he could become living darkness or shadow? Could he combine that with Gecko Mori's powers to possess corpses by using shadows to bring them to life? Would that be interesting?
It'd be cool.
That would be a weird way to get like a Rock's back, you know?
But even then, it wouldn't be Rocks.
Yeah, it would be the
shadow of that person. Yeah, that's why I just think that sometimes that Gecko Moria theory gets too out there, because in people's minds they think that when you bring that person back, it's going to come back as that person.
Yeah, you got to get a shadow that's worthy of that person. So if they're doing it, maybe you could do a Garp shadow in a Rocks. I just don't know if I like that.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to head into the final piece of the chapter. If you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. We're trying to get to 2,000 likes. So thank you so much for sticking out through the whole video. And I hope you guys are having fun, because we are. This is a funny episode. All right. For the final part of the chapter, we jump forward several months after the Rocks pirates took over Pirate Island. A newcomer expresses his dream of joining the Rocks pirates. The locals laugh it off. Everyone wants that kid, but you'll never even see him. They explain the Rocks pirates are the all-stars of evil roaming the seas, and they all gather deep within the island, near the infamous fish-shaped mountain. One man warns the newcomer, the further inland you go, the crazier it gets. Good luck. Then bam, he kicks him in the side, just hard enough to shove him forward. Another onlooker chuckles. Go easy on the poor guy. Suddenly, the scene shifts. Mobster Kyo, better known as Silver Axe, grabs the would-be recruit by the head with one hand and lifts him off the ground like dead weight. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Wait, that guy's Shiki's rival. What's he doing here? Back up. He'll end your life if you breathe wrong. Narration kicks in. The power Rocks attracted brought with it a storm of other monsters, each terrifying in their own right. Just then, boom, boom. Two giant holes explode through the fish-shaped mountain, sunlight streaming in through the wreckage. A voice echoes from within. Now there's a view. Can't beat fresh air. I'd say making these holes was the right move, wouldn't you agree? A figure steps into the light, arms stretched wide, before the entire crew. It's Rox. Then, with his usual fire, Rox lays it out. There are 2 devil fruits I'm after. One of them is on Elbaf, and its true power, it can only be unlocked if Harold eats it. Captain John pipes up. You think you'll chase after the Gallela too? I thought they were just a legend. Big Mom cuts in calmly. My information network's searching, but so far no sign of any frozen giant band. Whitebeard adds with a grunt. If they were ever real, they're probably corpses now. Streusen chuckles. Exactly. Ain't no coming back from that. Another voice snaps at him. Shut up, fool. We're talking dreams here. Then Barbell, the fishman on the crew, raises a question. Even if they did come back, what makes you think they'd follow you? Rox answers with fire in his voice. That's why we need Harold's power. Kaido growls. Why not just crush him? You or Harold? Doesn't matter. Just force him to obey. Rox's eyes flare with rage. Without warning, he kicks Kaido in the face, sending him flying. Don't ever talk down to me again. The crew scrambles. Calm down. Don't let them fight. They'll destroy the island. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time before the crew tears itself apart. Captain John mutters, might as well rack up a few more wins or money before that day comes. Rox storms toward Kaido and snarls, Harold's my pal. Say something like that again and I'll end you first. Then we get a glorious wide shot of the entire current Rox Pirates crew standing together, tensions simmering. Rox turns, face lit with madness and purpose. Listen up. Elbaf is the key to toppling the Holy Land. If you don't believe me, then get the hell off my ship. But if you got the stones to follow me, stick around. I'll show you the peak of the world. So, Seb, what did you think about this part of the chat, brother?
I absolutely loved it. I thought it was really, really well done. Starting with these random pirates. Like, apparently, the island just always has these random fodder pirates just on it, which makes sense based off the prisoner system that it had going on for it to start with. And they're always wildin'. Like, shout out to the dude who's with his girl, apparently, here in the rocks on Pirate Island. But why would you just randomly kick this guy? Like only One Piece fodder ever does this dumb stuff, bro. Yeah. And then I like the reveal of the mobster Kyo, or Silver Axe. People are saying that he might have Erogi's fruit just because, or Rouge, I don't know how to say his name. Rouge? Yeah, just because he looks much larger when he grabbed his head. I don't know if I believe that, but it's possible, I guess. I like that Rox is the one that created the skull, because apparently it looked just like a fish before. It looked like a goldfish, and now it's a skull, like with a bandana on it now. Mm-hmm. I think that looks much cooler.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Yeah, like I like that Rox is the one that did that. I think that's dope. I did like the little tie-in that Silver Axe is the Golden Lion's rival. Just like nice little world building there. I think that's cool. Streusen out here.
Just like, shut up. Yeah, why are you talking?
yeah, he helped Lin Lin build her empire, man.
Yeah.
That's him, bro. That's the guy. You know? It was weird.
I'd have been like, hey, man. You should be on a list.
I was really curious as to what the 2 devil fruits that Rox is targeting. A lot of people have speculated that they're very likely, at least one of them is probably the Yami Yami, just because of the connection to Blackbeard. I don't even know if I believe that. I'd like to believe that. I don't know. I'm really curious to see what Harold's fruit is, because apparently Harold hasn't eaten it, right? Or seemingly hasn't eaten it. I know I always thought that he did, and apparently Loki now has that fruit, which is probably why he really thinks like I'm the one who was supposed to be this for Rox, because now I have the fruit, etc. Or fulfilling Rox's goals or dreams. I like the breakdown of them just talking amongst each other. Big Mom already has her information network like established, or at least part of it established at this time. Big Mom's low key like the GOAT. Like, I know I'd be hating on her, but I love Skinny Big Mom. I really do.
Yeah, Skinny Mom.
Yeah. Skinny Mom dope, bro.
Skinny Mom.
I wonder if Barbell is related to Sunbell in some way. I'm not sure. And young Kaido.
Oh, that's a good call out. Yeah. I didn't think about that.
And then young Kaido basically asking them to do what you were saying. I laughed so hard. And somehow it still made Rox more badass. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like the whole I'm not like he kicks Kaido, and then he ups the blade. Like, I don't know if you saw. He gets ready. What's up, kid? What you gonna do about it? And in general, like, people have been talking about this. Rock seems to be like an amalgamation of like all the best traits of all the great pirates that we like. Mm-hmm. Even the ones that are low down and dirty, like Blackbeard, even the conniving ones and stuff, like Doflamingo, etc. Like, he still considers Harold a friend. Even if he thinks he's, like, a part of his plan in this way, he still looks at him. He still is like, hey, don't disrespect Harold. That's my guy. Like, even if I want him on the crew for a specific reason, because of Elbaf, because of this fruit, because I need him for my goals, he's still, out of respect, asking for Harold to join. He's not like, yo, he understands that he can't force Harold to join because it won't work, because Harold's a conqueror in that way, right? So it's like, it's just, I like, every time I see Rocks, I like him more and more, because he's everything. He's all the pirates that I've ever liked about One Piece. Like, it's great. Bro, he's fire, bro. But, like, it's just really funny. And then that double-page spread, the Yonko level crews doing the double-page spread, like, I don't know if this is my favorite one, but it might be. I think my favorite one is actually the Beast Pirates. I think I asked this on the Moon Piece podcast with Corey and, oh man, and Danny. But in general, this is up there, bro. Yeah. Like, there's only so many. But, like, between the Roger Pirates, the young Whitebeard Pirates, the Rocks Pirates now, the Beast Pirates, the Straw Hats had their own too. I'm trying to remember if the Big Mom Pirates had one, or we're just counting the Tea Party. But I think my top two are probably Rocks and the Beast Pirates. And I might go with the Beast Pirates just because I like the style of them a little bit in that little... There's less of them. They're all more kind of prominent in the photo there. And then they're, like, shocking Orochi. But, like... I love it. I don't have any really major theories on what the two Devil Fruits could be. I'm really curious what you guys have to say, so I'm gonna stop here. But that's it. I love it. I love what I heard from Roxy.
All right, Law.
Oh, also, Big Mom probably pregnant. I need y'all to know that.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Just timeline wise, like I just, you know what I mean. She's not showing yet, but yeah.
Fair time to say that when is she not?
That's what I'm saying.
At that time.
Yeah.
I go to the timeline right now.
Line on the timeline, bro. Line on a TVA agent.
It's
crazy.
Agent.
Anyway.
It is very important in the One Piece world. Okay, yeah, you sent it.
Right.
So, we're getting into Pirate Island, right? So far, the scene, like you said, it's... To me, I feel like it's living up more to the hype about Pirate Island, more now, obviously, than on Blackbeard's time, about the rage of pirates, you know? I mean, I don't know if it's more of the chaoticness in it. I think it got more tamed later on when Blackbeard took it over. Right? And to me, I will say it could possibly be Aruja's ability or some type of whatever ability, because he does get very noticeably bigger.
Yeah.
Because, like, even this guy with the hat, it's like, oh my gosh, what's he doing here? I believe who's saying it, with, like, you know, who's like has the almost like Nika face on, with the eyes popping out, right? He has the hat on and it's dark in there. But if that's the same guy that's literally kind of behind him right there, they're almost the same height, but like Silver Axe, whatever, is like close to height with him. But now in this panel, he's like towering over them, where this dude's not even at his waistline. Yeah. So it's showing how much bigger he got. So
I just don't know if a kick would have made him that extremely big. So maybe he has like the fruit that San Juan has.
Or the Colossal beforehand.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't know if he's changing his size. Or
I don't know. I feel like Aruj had to take too much damage. Like, he had to take damage from getting shot from Kizaru to get as big as he did.
True.
And also being bit by X Drake.
I feel like if it's awakened, you can kind of just control it whenever, no? Or maybe I'm wrong. Like, you'd have stored damage that you can just pull from.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm tripping.
I don't know, but yeah, I think at the very least he's able to control some. It could just be even one of those techniques, the life return, where you're increasing your size or whatever. But that's an example of that. But in his own way, he mastered. I love the fact that that I guess Rocks created those two eyes that we see later on.
I love that.
And
so dope.
Beehive. It's just like, all right, it's just a solid rock before. He goes, nah, let's open this thing up to give it eyes, and boom, and just expose it open to like so they can have a view to see the entire land or whatever. I thought that was dope to me, right? And then curious about, like you said, what fruits he want. The fact that he said 2, But then I thought of like Blackbeard because Blackbeard has two. Like maybe because the bloodline thing, what they mentioned. So curious about that. But then what we get is that Rox I don't think he has one now, and he doesn't plan on eating them. For whatever he wants. I don't know if he wants, because he just mentioned Harold, and it's best if he has it. So does he kind of want another fruit and someone else to eat it, and he just utilizes their power for his own agenda?
I thought Opie no me, like maybe I want to be a immortal like Dofi was talking about, you know?
So I thought that was very interesting. Like he wants them, but like he doesn't want it for himself. And I think that's part of the reason going back to on God Valley. Obviously, not one of them is Harold Troop, I don't think, but I think what the government took was possibly one of these fruits. And he was like, no, I'm getting that back. You know, and then he went to God Valley afterwards. So I think he possibly attained one. And I don't know if, obviously no one ate it yet, but I think that's part of the reason what the government took from him and why he went to God Valley to go get it. That's what I think. But we'll find out, I guess, hopefully later on. And now he also pointing out something that we see now in the current manga, that he realizes something that Emu realized, that you need Elbaf as part of your army in the Great War, right? So to me, that answer it more is like a longer time of what Rox is trying to do to build up his army, or why he didn't, for say, to attack Emu in his kingdom then, is because now we're seeing this massive army he's collecting, right? All these, like, the panel even says it, right? They started gravitating towards what he already had, like the strong kept gravitating toward, like the strong numbers that Rox got, even the other strong ones started gravitating towards this army, right? And he's trying to continue that by getting Elbaf and the legendary giants, Galilea, whatever. Galila, right? So it's saying that what he's trying to have. So to me, that shows right there that Rox was playing in a long time span of when he was actually going to attack Emu or the world, the Holy Land, because for what I see, he wants to get all these first. He wants to get that fruit. He wants to recruit Harold on his side, and he wants to find the giant army that's missing, the frozen army that's missing. So this is going to take a while. So I don't think he was going to attack during God Valley. I don't think he was ready to attack then, but he's just still gathering his resources and his army, right? And I started laughing too, like about the whole Kaido thing, because literally what Kaido says here, we see him doing later on Wano, right? But it shows right here that has been his mindset and that hasn't changed for Kaido all this time.
Youngin ain't learned nothing.
Yeah, nothing at all. He didn't think the best way to recruit comrades or people on your side is to, befriend them, even though he did do it with Albert and I guess Queen or whatever. But most of the people, the numbers, he kind of wanted to beat them to submission, right? Well, especially the Conquerors were like, you should know. I guess you don't understand how like Conquerors would just rebel against you, right? But this also goes into what I was saying before, right? So to reiterate it, right? About someone we got that call, someone mentioning about Rox ruling with fear instead of love. This I was adding where I think Rox used more of his. It's not the same level of
charisma.
Roger. Yeah, charisma, but it's not the same level or same type as what Roger and the others were using. It's a different type of way. The same thing here, he viewed Harold as a pal, right? So he wasn't trying to do that little clash. They saw how great he was because later on when he was going to Elbaf finding it, he's explaining to Shiki, Whitebeard, and Stussy, all of them, that he met this amazing person, right? So his mind, through this little thing, seeing this amazing person who's able to clash with me, I gained a friend. Even though Harold didn't fully, or I don't know how Harold views him later on, but doesn't really view Rox that way, even though, again, he kind of showed that he trusted Rox to ask him these questions to get him out of here, to get him back to Elbaf, right? But that right there shows right there of like how they kind of, through this first meeting, how they thought about each other. And then later on, it seems like he kind of, not necessarily welcomed him, but he allowed Rox, without it being beef, to try to kick him out. Like, no, I don't want you here. But he allowed him to stay there. So they kind of built this weird thing. It's like, but again, a lot of things that what they see is that they don't fully agree with the way Rox goes about things. But he has this lore about him that still allows him to like not hate him, to be a friend or like even team up with him, right? Even though they disagree. So that's what I think it's more like a different charisma as in he's trying to gain you. And when it doesn't work out, that's why I think he goes into the Davy back fights. But he still has his charisma in it. We're not ruling with fear, And I've noticed it's funny with them because, like you said, you point out where after Rox kicks Kaido. Kaido's ready to scrap with Rocks.
Shiki steps in.
Yeah, Shiki steps in. But like you said, Rocks has this thing like he's expecting Kaido to retaliate. Shiki has both blades out. He's like, in case I gotta stop both of them from fighting, he has both blades out. But I noticed that Captain John is right next to him. It kind of says something similar to what Shiki says. But I know like every time we see Captain John and Shiki, they're kind of near each other. Right? Like when we first seen them on God Valley, they're kind of near each other. Here, they're kind of near each other. And then if you look where Rox is making his declaration, like, yo, get on my team, whatever. Like, if you guys are free to leave or not, but this is the plan. Yeah, they're on both on his side, Rox's side and his side, but they're looking at each other, kind of like they're parallels too. So I wonder, like, there's a dynamic I don't know what we're getting in between them. I don't know if, like, how long they knew each other beforehand, but we're seeing each other with Captain John and Shiki, which is very interesting to me, right? And also too, Rox is kind of saying the dynamic where like it's different going into like not ruling with fear, because he says if you guys don't agree with the way I'm doing this, you guys can get out of here, right? That's the difference where I see it was ruling with fear. You know, he's like, it's not like, are you guys to get down or you lay down? It's more like, this is the plan, guys. If you don't agree with it, you're free to go. But stick with me, and I'll show you kind of like great things. I'll show you the world.
I'm going to give you the world.
I'll give you the world. Like, you know? But that's if you stick with me. So show me it shows this charisma that he has that's not necessarily with fear, but it's like there's his own way of charm that's different from other conquerors that we see, right? So, and Barbell looks dope to me. Like, as in, I don't know, he looks huge. Kind of reminds me of, and it's weird because I didn't say before, doesn't Rox kind of remind you of Akuma from Street Fighter? Mm-hmm. He has that Akuma like craziness to him. Barbell kind of reminds you of it too, especially with the beads.
Now you say it.
Right? And he looks up to me. He looks more like a vicious warrior and everything. And it's nice to see that. We all see how, you know, here's the link. Wiper's the only one that didn't look like dope at all. But we see Rox, Roger, and Luffy all have a dominant fishman in their crew. Wiper had it too, but that fishman wasn't, like, it didn't stand out as dominant like the other ones. Kind of showing a difference between the crew dynamic, right? But anyway, but showing that the greatness, you know, they kind of, you need, not saying you need a fisherman, but it stands out in that way. And I think that's all I have for now.
All right. Lionel?
I have a couple of things. When I saw Kyo, I actually got hyped, honestly, because he looked so dope to me. Like, he looked really cool and strong. I know pretty much they said, like, he's Rayleigh, I said Rayleigh. He's Shinky's rival, and they brought up the whole gold thing. Shinky's called the Golden Lion, he's called the Silver Axe. And it looks like in a while, I mean, to me, it kind of looks like they're not implying that they both, especially more him, might be from Wano.
Yeah.
Because honestly, when I saw his tattoo, I'm thinking, this looks so familiar, but I don't know where from. Maybe I'm combining things. So I was looking over Wano, different stuff. I ended up finding nothing, honestly.
It's probably like the family crest of the daimyos.
Yeah. And I know Lawrence told me a little bit, like, because, I mean, I don't know if you guys think he's, you know, black or whatever. And, like, because, you know, he kind of looks black. Maybe it's all my lips, and his demeanor kind of looks kind of black, whatever. Because I know the lips thing does, like, people think that as well. But I do say there's a lot of people that actually order Drew that are male who are not black that have those type of lips. Kong, Shiryu, even that's applying right now, even Captain John. Like, there's actually a lot of people. Shira from the Nine Scabbards. Or Ashura, Ashura. Like, all of them have those type of lips, and they're not black. So, like, but I did think, though, if he is black, I thought of, do you think he's Mr. One's father?
Mr. One?
Yeah.
Oh, he could be. They kind of look alike.
Because I thought, again, I know about the Hitman, the Assassins things.
Yo!
Yeah, and I thought of, like, the whole, because this one has, like, a weird Japanese type of.
I didn't even think about that.
Because I thought of, you know, because they do it a couple times in Japan. Like, where I know they're not in Wano, but, you know, they always have, like, because remember, Yonosuke, that black guy who's from Japan? You know what I'm talking about? They have a series, and, like, I think a Assassin's Creed game about it, and, like, and it's played actually in, what's it called? The Samurai Warriors game. They actually have them there too. Like, it's a thing with, and even in Worse Than Crows, they always have like a black person in Japan. I know he's not in Wano. It's like, but I got that vibe. Like he's the, if he is, you know, black, I got that vibe. He's the black Japanese guy in Japan. Like, that's what I got. But,
so his tattoo slightly resembles the Kurozumi family crest. So the only ones that we don't have official family crests for are the Uzukis, the Fugetsus, and the Amatsukis.
Okay.
Those are the 3 families we do not have a crest for. The Shimotsuki family, we have the 2 swords. The Kurozumi, it's like a flower petal. And then the Kozukis is the crane with the... Yeah. We don't have the other 3. But it does look a lot like the Kurozumis.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so... And plus, they both have attire from Wano. Yeah. They have to be from Wano.
Exactly. Even Shiki's
and the thing is, they're both considered... was Shiki considered like a mobster?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that would mean that fits into the Yakuza realm as well, too.
I thought the
and
same
plus,
thing.
Higurashi, Kurozumi Higurashi, the one that could change faces, that has Mr. 2's power before Mr. 2 had it, she was able to change it to Shiki's face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they confirm whether Fujitora is from Wano? Because he's the only other person who wears like this type of attire.
They never say anything.
Yeah.
They did say I think they did say where he's from. I don't remember if they said because the Wano people remember they left Wano and they branched out. Yeah. So like for Zoro's from Wano, but again his ancestry's from Wano, but he's not from Wano because he wasn't married. But so I think they might be that aspect to it.
He said he was like a bodyguard or something like that.
Yeah.
From some kingdom, I think. Or something.
Gambler or whatever.
All right, my bad. You keep going.
Okay, I think that's all I have with Mr. I said Mr. I'm about to say Mr. One now. Kyo, but again, I like his I don't know if him and Shinki are gonna end up clashing and fighting because they're rivals. And he's coming to join the Rocks Pirates. Actually, now I was gonna bring up a little bit like because it's going to what they said here. This kind of implies that like because like you all thought that Rocks got all his crew members from Daybreak fights, but actually kind of implying that. In the beginning, it was like that, but more eventually it started changing. Because, for instance, to my knowledge, what we saw in the flashback, he didn't. To my knowledge, we don't know fully what happened, but he was inviting Kaido to join his crew. He didn't do a dating fight to Kaido. He was inviting him. I don't know if again the same thing. I don't know about Big Mom. I don't know about Big Mom. He did a dating fight either. I don't know if he invited her too. Because now we have the strong joining strong. We just have now Kyo. He's not no debut fight, no invite. He wants to join. Yeah. So that changes the dynamic of who Rocks is a little bit. Like, and now he's saying like, if you're not with me right now, I don't need you. Y'all can just leave. Showing like, now the Dayback fight did play a big factor, but that was just to get things getting rolling.
Exactly.
And again, he said that and it shows like, the fact that Rocks gave them free reign, showing that pretty much, they were with his plan from the beginning, like, because I was going about the charisma thing, and I thought of like, it's like his charisma is like an idea, like a common goal, and it's like the common goal is what? To take down the world government. That's something that all of us can relate to and be with, and we're gonna make money off of it. There's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. It's just like this idea. Everybody's like, we can mess with this. We can take out the world government and make a killing off of it. It's like. Who wouldn't want to do this? So just like you can see why that mindset and how he's getting so much people because people now is like, yo, Rocks is whatever, but like he got something here that how he is whatever. We're going to stick with it, like because the fact that he said to give it out, I don't think anybody left. Everybody stayed. Getting shown like yo, like again that changes a lot to me. It did. And also I was going to kind of shout out to Big Mom actually getting the network because she's only 24 years old. Like, I thought she got that network a lot, like, in her Yonko status. Like, the fact she has a network, and it got obviously bigger over time, but the fact she's still starting up as a pirate, she already has a network of information gathering, I'm just like, okay. Like, I don't know if it's Struzan helping her out, or it's both, or it's Big Mom's there, I don't know.
I mean, she's been around the block, man.
But that's what I'm saying, like...
Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny on the block. But no, I was impressed, like, the fact that she has, like, that rolling already, like, relatively early too. The thing I was gonna bring out with the fruits, with Rocks, I was actually thinking like everybody's thinking the Yami Yami whatever. I actually took that category completely out because like I'm thinking of like Blackman had his own reason for the Yami Yami, and especially he wants to eat them, consume them. Clearly, to me, it's like Rocks doesn't have that mindset, but he mentioned a legendary ability, and I'm just like then I started thinking of. Oda's Oda's mindset going, right? And I thought of, is Oda doing it again, the 3? Because the only other legendary ability we know that's not really called a legendary ability or fruit, it's the Nika form. But they say the Nika form is the, like, I don't know if they say the fruit itself is legendary devil fruit, but they say the Nika form is the legendary mono Nika. Now, he mentions there are 2 fruits, but he mentions one a legendary fruit that he wants, but he wants Harold to have it. Now, I'm thinking, I wonder if the other one is also a legendary fruit that he wants to take, and that's doing the 3 again. I'm not saying it's one's a Zoan, one's a Miss Paramecia, one's a Lagia, adding the 3 legendaries in each one. I don't know if that's Oda's doing that, because that means Luffy already has the mythical Zoan legendary fruit, Nika. That means the next one would be either a legendary Paramecia or a legendary Lagia. I don't know if Oda's going that route. Yeah. But I'm just mostly focused on the 3 that Oda's doing, because now there's 2 legendary fruits now, to our knowledge. I wonder if there's one more doing the whole 3 thing. And I was thinking, all right, Loki has, so 2 people we know have fruits. Luffy has the 1 legendary fruit, and Loki has the other one now. Again, he didn't have it before. Harold has it. What's the other one? And I thought of 2 people. And it's correlating. I live 2 people, either they have it or one has it and he's trying to get the other one. I thought of Davy Jones and Emu. I thought of what if Emu had, again, it mostly makes sense. The NOB or the final enemy, why wouldn't Emu have a legendary fruit? And Brox knows that. Now he's also trying to dethrone Emu, take his fruit and accomplish what he wants to do. I'm thinking that's one way we could go with it. Because I'm thinking, I would assume at least Emu has a legendary fruit. Also thought of, well, again, he worshipped Davy Jones. What if Davy Jones had a fruit that he read about through history, and he's like, I want that fruit. The other one's from Elbaf, from Harold, but the fruit he wants is Davy Jones' fruit. What if he had, but because we don't know who Davy Jones is, but I thought of those things. And I don't know which way Oda was going, because both of them to me make sense. I could see both. I could see, unless he's adding, not even separating the 3. No, there's multiple legendary fruits, and I'm fine with that. But I'm assuming Emo has one. But now I'm thinking, since Davy Jones is a picture, because we have Nika and we have Davy Jones now. And both of them were actually somewhat mentioned in the beginning. Like, I think even Davy Jones was mentioned even in Usopp's village. But Nika was kind of like silhouetted and mentioned kind of briefly through a fruit, not named, but through Luffy. So you have 2 figures, Davy Jones and Nika, mentioned very early on. And now you have Luffy and, Joy Boy or whatever, and then you have Rox and Davy Jones or whatever, besides for Emo, but, big heavy figures now. And I'm thinking, I wonder if that's something, where Oda's building something up towards those things. And that's where my mind went. My mind did not go, oh, he's Blackbeard's father, he wants to Yami. I did not go that route at all. I went to Rox just thinking the fact that, because right now, Blackbeard's not even trying to get Harold or Loki. That's not in his mindset. He even tried to get Luffy's fruit. He wanted the Yami and the Goro specifically because he had his own reasons for doing it. Clearly, Rox has his own reasons wanting Harold's fruit. Again, he's not even trying to eat it. Well, Blackbeard ate those fruits. So just what is Rox thinking? Where his mind's going? That's what I was thinking of. In fact, he said a legendary fruit. So that's what my mind went. So I don't know what you guys think of that and whatever, but that's where mine went. If it makes sense at all. Everything else is this whole thing was dope. I think I don't have that much here because what time? Yeah. So I'm gonna stop here. That's it.
Yeah. So I'll touch base on the 2 devil fruits. I think the reason why Rox wants Harold to eat the devil fruit that's on Elbaf, because Elbaf is the center of what it would take to topple the world government, is because the Nika fruit is there. And he wants Harold to eat the Nika fruit because he feels like most likely he can unlock something within the Nika fruit that he specifically just can't. And it brought that theory to me about Blackbeard that I made a long time ago, where every time somebody eats a devil fruit, sometimes the essence of their haki is instilled into that fruit, and then it passes on to the next person, and then the next person can use whatever is instilled in that devil fruit overall, right? And I thought that was a really interesting way for Blackbeard to awaken and the devil fruit, or just get Conqueror's haki. But it made sense that he most likely wants to take the devil fruit away from Harold, or he ultimately believes that once he takes over the world or tries to take over the world, and he's at a certain point, he can actually get Harold to join him, and he will be accepting the invitation, because once he eats the Nika fruit, he's going to have the understanding of this is where we're supposed to go within the prophecy that's on your homeland. Now, they're looking for the Galela band too, right? Barbell brings up an interesting point, which I've mentioned before. He's like, yo, they're not going to follow you and build you something else, right? The Galela went to Water 7, helped to build Pluton. So Rox is like, well, they're not going to listen to me. So they'll probably listen to you, and then we're going to build Pluton, and then we're going to take out the red line with Pluton. But in order for the Galela band to even listen to me, they need to, one, see Nika. They believe in Nika. So why wouldn't they just go after, and do what you say? So he accomplishes two things at once. Now, if he wants to eat the fruit himself, maybe. But ultimately, I do think that he's going after the Yami, because the Yami, in my opinion, is the only fruit that's going to allow you to eat more than one devil fruit. That's the reason why Blackbeard wanted the fruit first. After he gets the Yami no Mi, he's probably going after the Opi Opi no Mi to become immortal. He's probably going to have one of these crew members do so, and then bam, that's it, right? He'll probably trick them. Who knows? I don't think he would trick them, but he's going to somehow want that immortality, because it seems to be something that everybody wants.
I will say the two devil fruits that he's referring to, I believe there will be devil fruits that Blackbeard will come into contact with at some point, which means that Blackbeard and Loki will probably have a meetup.
So, I believe that the Nika fruit is on Elbaf. I do. I think it's right now, and then it gets lost later after Loki, whatever, Harold dies. All right, so I loved this chapter coming out because it was such a major pushback against like a lot of the things that I once brought up and then was countered against me because of the Davy Back fight. And I love the fact that like the Davy Back fight has always been the center of, hey, Larry, that doesn't make sense, right? And for a small time, that was true. Because the Davy Back fights technically will win a conquerors over to your ship, and they would have to follow you. And if they don't follow you, then it would go against the word of that, and then you would be put to shame. But once Rox told these conquerors that they could just leave if they want, you ain't gotta follow me. Like, that's your choice. And they stayed. Whitebeard stayed. Kaido stayed. Big Mom stayed. That proved to me that ultimately they respected dude. Even if they said, yo, you're not my captain. You know what I'm saying? They respected dude. And the fact is, I said it before, when Rox had the strength he had, that I knew he had from Rip, and there was infighting going on, there was no doubt in my mind that these conquerors would challenge Rox. But it would be up to Rox to put them in their place. And when Kaido went after him, because Kaido had that mentality and he got put in his place, it showed that no matter what, Rox was still the captain of the crew. And they chose to follow him. So him going to God Valley, they followed him because he's the captain. When they said, yo, don't go out there first, I don't acknowledge you as like whatever. Yo, you did acknowledge me because I gave you the outs and you chose to stay regardless of why you wanted to stay. And then when you tried to challenge me for the next 6 years and you couldn't become captain, that's because of my strength. So you can't tell me different now. Like, this is what it's come to when you look at these panels. Like, at the end of the day, they could have their reasons. They could dislike me, but they can't overthrow me. And they gonna follow me because I have this grand plan. And it shows even more so that Rox technically didn't always rule by fear. He ruled because he had an idea that was grander than any of them could think of. And that's the most Luffy aspect about Rox, was that, yo, that's my pal Harold. I'm not going to clip him and force him into submission. No, I'm going to have our dreams align. So if you have a problem with me and our dreams don't align, and we have this contention where the group is going to break up if I'm no longer the captain, that shows I am literally the person that's keeping us together, whether you like it or not. So if one of you try to take me out and you can't, but if it did happen, the crew would fall anyway. You're not me. You don't have my plans. Whitebeard, you don't have my plans. And that's what I was trying to tell you. Like, even if you may disagree with me to a certain extent, you can't deny the facts now. Like, these are officially out. He beat down crew members who didn't agree with him, and they stayed on ship, even when he told them they could go. At the end of the day, they saw value in him, they saw the strength in him, and they saw how grand his plan was. And they said, yo, I'm going to stay on, bro. I'm not going to leave. I'm just going to talk crap to you, but I'm not going to do nothing about it. This is why he's the greatest of Roger's era.
I will say it's a little different only because Kaido didn't challenge Rocks. He kind of suggested something that went against what Rocks believed in. He says, I'm not attacking people like my friends and trying to force them submission. To me, he did a little overboard by kicking Kaido in the face and then threatening Kaido afterwards, right? But also too, the ones who kind of squashed it wasn't Rocks, it was his crew. Like, and they kind of had their own interests. Like, yo, this crew's probably gonna disband in one way or another. But while we're together, we might as well make as much as we can. Like, we all filled our pockets while we're together, using all our strengths. Then, when it comes down to that time where we're gonna go our separate ways, let that happen.
But that's the reason why I said, when you have too many conquerors on your crew and their dreams don't align, the crew will eventually fall apart if Rocks happens to not have that strength to keep them in check.
But they're saying the crew's gonna fall apart even with Rocks. You know
they don't know that.
That's what they're saying.
But hold on.
Even with Rocks, they don't foresee Rocks dying at some point. They're saying
they don't.
It's good. We're gonna fall apart. Period.
But guess what?
That's what they're saying.
That's as long as Rocks is not taken out. It doesn't matter what they say. I keep telling you that. It doesn't matter what they say. They could say whatever they want. Once Rocks was taken out, that's when the crew happened.
That's true.
But when Rocks was the captain for the next 6 years, they didn't fall apart.
People might have left and came back.
More people garnered to Rocks because of what was going on, because he was the person of that strength.
Yeah, it's the strength, it's the charisma, it's the plans. Like, it's all the things.
It's all of that stuff.
And I'm not trying to take away from Rocks. What I'm saying is you elevate it where you act as though they look at him as the captain when they tell you that they don't look at him that way. They are here for the plans before anything. So again, Rocks is the man who made the plans. He's the man who's bringing them together.
Every captain has a plan. Every captain has a plan. Every person gets to choose if they follow it or not.
Course, even in this panel, Whitebeard like, yo, this man talking about follow me again. I like that. I was going to bring that up. He's like, what we talking about?
Whitebeard's face is not happy.
You can dislike following me. You can dislike who I am, but you're not the captain. Like, I literally told you can be on the outs. Go find your family, bro. No, put it this way. Clearly, we ain't a family. Clearly, we out for our own means. Mm-hmm. You're choosing to be here out of your own acknowledgement. Like, you choose whatever reason you can talk all the crap you want. But if I tell you, you can leave, go leave. Davey Beck fight words now, promises, all that agreement doesn't matter anymore.
But the difference is, it's a partnership. It's an alliance. It's a unity, right? I don't believe Rocks can go tell Whitebeard what to do. Like, yo, go do this thing.
Why not? Why not?
The only potential example is the Kyle thing.
Why not?
Because he doesn't look at him as his captain. That's the difference. You're putting him in a Luffy space. Luffy can go tell Zoro what to do.
Again, I am the captain of the ship. My name is Rocks D. Zebek. My ship is called whatever it is.
But that's not how the crew's dynamic actually is. We keep seeing that.
We keep seeing it because they again, you can dislike somebody that you're following. That's what being a conqueror is. If I don't align with you with my dream, overall, there has to be something else that makes me follow you. At the end of the day, you can't tell me he doesn't follow Rocks.
I was going to say, do you guys think there's something different between going along with somebody and then following them? Is there a difference in that?
There's a difference to me.
I think so too.
To me, there's a difference.
Again, y'all try to like sugarcoat it as if like the dude's name ain't on everything. Like, the reason they come to Pirate Island is because of Rocks.
Yeah.
The reason why like they stay together is because of Rocks.
Because even in that little panel here, right, it mentions, right, powerful figures drawn to rocks are brought in by other mighty ones. So it wasn't like the rocks brought in all these people. It was the figures around him that drew all these people.
Okay, so then who drew in those figures?
The kind of the rocks of the Davy Back fight.
Rocks is still the centerpiece of
Again, the Davy Back fights, like Lionel said, the Davy Back fight stopped mattering.
Yeah.
He straight up said y'all can leave.
Yeah.
I acknowledge that part. I agree with that part.
Yeah.
It still doesn't mean, you're my captain, though.
Yeah.
This is still the goal. Like, we're still aligned in a goal here. Oh, yeah.
I do not understand, bro. I don't. But that's it. That's all I had to say.
One small thing. Whitebeard doesn't have his Supreme grade either, as well.
All right, we got a bunch of super chats, so I'm going to have to go through these as quick as I possibly can. We got 20 from Wade the Asian. It says, the chapter looks fire. Y'all the reason Mondays are great. Hashtag Larry Sibit for last episode. Hashtag Derek White to my right. Derek White to my right. Hashtag when Marv coming on the show. Hashtag Mount Rushmore for One Piece podcast. Hashtag can I get a kiss, Sebi? Mwah. Hashtag Larry Tax. Hashtag Larry the Gaslighter. Another 5 from Erkin. It says first time super chatting. Normally just a lurker. Love what you guys do. Are you guys going to talk about Oda saying Roger had a torturer on his crew? Not today, bruh. Another 2 from Off Brand. Kuja Pirates, the gold diggers. Y'all think Nami is? Who's y'all? I ain't say that. Another 5 from Pastor C. Y'all think any admiral can destroy the gates of justice like rocks? No. Another 5 from Ice Water Will. But no super chat attacks. Next time, let us know your thoughts, Ice. Another 2 from Bailey. What if Roger's illness is from Emu using Dami Reversi? Absolutely not. Another 35 Zar from OPB. Blackbeard got pushed to high diff by law, ran away from Akainu plus Old Ray, got bodied by S-Shark, Hawk, admitted he'd lose to Boa, Kuzan low mid diffs him. Thoughts? I disagree. I might agree. Another 50 MX from L Dexternator. It says, now that we know more about Rocks, what if Blackbeard wants to ally with Luffy like Rocks with Harold that is out that Luffy is the new Joy Boy?
Could be. I can see Blackbeard switching up trying to do that.
That'd be wild. Another 2 from Girthy. Theory, everyone in One Piece can mate because they genitalia tiny. Okay. Another 5 from Joshua Talbot. Shaki aged like fine wine and Gloriosa aged like milk. Hashtag Sebi the Goat. Hashtag Saint Larry. Hashtag Law versus Peter. Hashtag Marv face reveal. Y'all see Marv's face. Another 2 from Danny. Mihawk is Emu's son. Probably not. Another 2 from Girthy. Emu is Mihawk's son. What? Another 2 from Nico. Zoro plus Sanji versus current Ray plus Gaban now and post Elbaf. Post Elbaf, I'll go with Zoro and Sanji. Another 5 from KJ. It says, Larry said, what's y'all order? Sorry, twins. This is for the guys. Respectfully, LOL. Shaki, Robin, Ripley. Smash, wife, side piece. If you know, you know. LMAO.
Shaki, Ripley.
And Robin.
I'm
wife and Robin. The other ones I could figure out, but I'm wife Robin.
Wife and Robin, yeah.
Okay. Another 5 from TV. It says Sanji was sitting on his bum while Saturn was about to murk a little girl. Giving him conquerors is an Ichigo level plot armor stunt. Hashtag not a conqueror.
Fair point.
Another 5. Yeah, it is. Another 5 from Nimbus Jujubee. 5 months at Nakama status. It says, do you hope the will of D is more than just one word? It will have to be some
explanation
more grander than one word. Another 5 from Jada Rude. Y'all think Kobe knock Sabo out with a clean, right? Or it'd be a good fight?
No, he'd knock him out.
I got Sabo, bro. Another 5 from Shadow. Sub top crew. Did Rayleigh violate the bro code by getting with Shaki? Hashtag bros before hoes. No, he did not.
No, he did not.
Another 2 from Christopher Hayes. No super chat attached, but next time let us know your thoughts. Another 5 from D. Livio. Says, what's good, Top? Which bad character in One Piece could turn over a new leaf like Harold with a good woman in their life? Crocodile. Another 5 from Bootleg Boy. Do you guys think the clash makes Roger look weak or lose aura? Though I believe it's meant to be an equal clash. I personally don't. A lot of the community seems to be killing Roger right now.
Doesn't make sense. But
yeah.
Another 5 from Christopher Hayes. Makes sense why Rayleigh went to save Hancock. Yeah, man, this is like his niece, basically. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Another 10 from Jada Rude. You know when you picture a cherry and it has 2 cherries in one stem, kinda? What if Luffy ate one half of Loki and Loki ate one half and Loki ate the other, and the reason it was able size is because it's a giant cherry. I don't know about that one. Another 2 from Lethal. It says, Roger said, can I put my... What? My balls in your jaws. Yeah,
what the heck?
Hashtag alarm. I can't with y'all, bro. Another 5 from Project Iceman. Considering Luffy and Roger parallels, I also surprised Roger simped here. LOL. Also, I'm starting to see strong parallels between Luffy and Rocks. Yeah, they've always been there, really. Yeah. Another 2 from Girthy. Can Brooke have kids? Ghost pipe included. Hashtag soul juice. Sure. Another 9 from Michael DiMaio. Miracle DiMaio. Thanks, Larry. Some guys came and broke my back. Pause. Had surgery on the 30th and in recovery now. Please, if you have Marco's number, I need it. Hashtag Larry Tax is real. Marco only gonna hear you temporarily, bro. Another 5 from Pressadat. What up, homies? I don't think Odin is the only person that passed a journal down to their son. Why does Blackbeard know everything?
That's actually a good one.
Yeah. Another 5 from Joey215. Yankees suck. LOL. Go Phillies. Okay, I hate you. Keeps doing y'all thing though. Gonna call in soon. 100. Hashtag Seb the best. Not with that Yankee comment. No, thank you. Another 10 from Jared D. Curtis. Keep putting in for the community, boys. Can't wait to watch the One Piece episode. One Piece episode tomorrow at work. I believe Rocks crashed out and went to God Valley. Because the thing that was stolen was the Yami Yami. Hashtag BBC. Hashtag Top on Top. Could be. Another 10 from John Paka. Tritoma is Luffy's mom and Crocodile. She didn't die. They just covered it up. If Tritoma was with Dragon, then she could have easily met Eva. Hashtag the theory lives on. Hashtag just trolling. Thank you. Yeah, Another 10 from Josie Dirts. Has no one realized that Shaki is 16 years old right now? The OP community was wild when 19-year-old Sanji was forced to marry a 16-year-old Pudding, but it's cool when 39-year-old Roger and crew to love her. Yeah, they all nasty to me. Isn't she 20?
She's 20 years old.
Yeah, she's 20 years old. Another 2.5 from CNS. First time chat. Love from Germany and Ghana. Hey! We from Ghana. Well, okay. Thank you. Another 2 from Girthy. Kuja's plundering men and committing snoo. Hashtag pick me. Another 2 from Jada Rude. Pirates do steal booty. Yes, they do. Another 5 from Vince Pera. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but wouldn't Luffy's new mom theory make him and Boa related? Not necessarily. Another 5 from Zerworldo. They be robbing booty. Yes, they do. Another 5 from Ian Butler. The new novel explains that when Kuja returns to the island pregnant, the child is born female. They must stay off the island to have a boy.
Oh.
Okay. I thought I read that differently. Another 17 DKK from Milan Amiri. Y'all make me crack up. Keep the pod. Good work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Another 5 from Lozart. Do you think the Gomu no Mi was supposed to be for King Harold, and maybe the reason Rocks mentioned it only working properly for him, Elbaf's secret? Could be. We'll see. Another 2 from Sleepy Cavendish. Luffy is not a simp like Frauger. Hashtag Zebek is greater. I disagree, but cool. Another 2 months at Knock'em Status from Eli. Smash the like button. Yes, we're trying to get to 2,000. Another 5 from D. Livio. If Shaki's a conqueror, Gloriosa got to be a conqueror too, right? She's conquerors, only followed other conquerors. Also, don't the Kuja only birth females? Hashtag BBC. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Another 35 Czar. Haybreed Dreyer says, Garp said Kuja can catch these hands. Gonna punch Shaki like Luffy did Vivi. Roger turned because he saw Chris Brown face. Yeah, stupid. Another 5 from Willie Thomas. Hey, first time watching you guys live. You guys got me to start reading the manga to catch up. Yeah, always have me rolling. Hashtag Larry has great takes. 100. Another 5 from Zerworldo. That's why Ray's the GOAT. The GOAT. Hashtag Sipkaban. Hashtag Ray's woman is better. Hashtag she's got that thing. Hashtag Acock Coochie. Okay. Another 5 from Von X Luffy. Blackbeard Delfruit book originally was Rox's. He either left it to him before God Valley or Blackbeard found it in his dad's study as a kid, which inspired him to take to the sea. Maybe. Another 5 from Jada Rude. If a YN had conquerors, he would learn how to put a switch on it. Another 5 Canadian from Kadeem Calvert, but no super chat tax. Next time, let us know your thoughts.
Thank you.
Another 5 from Sonny D. Montez. Sorry for not paying my Larry tax last couple of months. I finally have a job to support you, bros.
Oh my God.
With the heart emoji. Love y'all. Thank you. Another 5 from Kadeem. Mihawk is above Roger. He ain't gooning over a woman like that. He even got that swag and a big black blade, so you know he's popular with the ladies. Rayleigh also didn't swoon, so he's stronger than Roger too now, I guess. Another 5 from Girthy Poppy. I think for Acock's clash with separation, you gotta direct hockey into the same point. The difference between attacking your ops attack versus their body. Hashtag the color of the Girthy King. Wow. Another 2 from Joey. It says, get them twins, Larry 0, twins 1, laughing emojis, hashtag recontacts. Another 33 months at Nakama status from Mr. Prince. Yo, like the stream, y'all. Thank you, please do. Another 5 from Girthy. To use ACOG, you direct all your body's attacks to a specific point on the body, so if your attacks don't hit each other, they can't clash. These boys exchanging. Okay. Another 2 from Jada Root. Seb talking like he at the barbershop. Another 5 from the World of Gear 5th. Guys, want to say love y'all. Please Google Archangel, and tell me that's not Larry, guys. Larry, guys. Seb, stop being that 1% guy. Stick to the evidence. Hashtag stand on business. Hashtag get a Latina booty. Hashtag bust it open. Hashtag Larry Clone. Another 2 from Girthy. Who was the naughtiest among y'all when we were kids? Either me or Larry. I would say that. Another 10 from Lucky Rube. Feel like Seb been trauma dumping about his dad since 06. Put a bounty on Pops. I love my dad. Another 4 months at Nakama status from COD Casualty. Eat a slander on the pod. She deserves it. Another 5 from My Name's Tenzo. Y'all think Kaido ever trauma dumps to King about all the times rocks disappear? He probably does. Another 2 from Roberto Figueroa. What will you guys do if our crazy government bans anime? I'll move to Japan. Another 2 from Colgate Max Fresh Ultra whatever. Will Luffy try and free Garp, or will he not care? He'll care.
Yeah.
Another 2 from Girthy. Rocks had Bucky's Devil Fruit. His cannon attacks equal Bucky balls. Imagine. Another 2 from Jada Ruth. Lionel the Police. His demeanor is black. What? Another 10 what? From Dom Factor. If Rox was looking for 2 fruits and he wants Harold to eat one, I'm sure he wants someone to eat the other, which might be how Whitebeard ended up with the Gura Gura. Maybe. Another 2 from Lozart. What happened to Panda Man? Was he in this chapter? Another 5 from AJ Jones. Oh my God. What happened? Another 5 from AJ Jones. This is my second time watching. What happened again? It's crashing on me. Second time watching y'all stream. First live. Where can I read the color manga panels for the manga?
We don't know.
We don't know. DM me on Discord. Another 5 from Kyber Corporate, episode 1076. Kaido's flashback. Big Mom is looking for Kaido after God Valley and said he'll pay for this, implying Kaido had a hand in Rock's downfall. I don't think Kaido had a direct hand. Another 3 from Gamble Bruh. No super chat attached. This time there's no thoughts. Another 2 from Worthy Boy, and then another 5 from Worthy Boy. Will you guys do calls to stream? And if so, how can I hop on? I have a theory to let rip. We're not gonna be able to call. Sorry, we're way too late. Another 7 or 8 from Gamble Bruh. The crew only follow Rocks because they benefit them. It benefits them, not because of respect for his power. That's not entirely true. It just his dream and goal is their best interest. L. Larry. It's a bit of both. Another 2 from Josie Dirts. Shaki 64. The flashback says 48 years ago. 64 minus 48 equals 16. Where we're at right now, it's 44. It started at 48. We've gotten to 4 years back.
They say it's 44.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for all of the super chats. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for all the likes on the video. Thank you to everybody that's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We will see you next week at 6 p.m. Monday, okay? See you. Thank you for all the likes. We love you. See you later. Jana, my name is Larry.
Jana, my name is Lino.
Seb.
And Marv, thank you. Jana.